Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Salute the LTTV in the building, man.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that.
Shout out to LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Salute the LTTV in the building, man.
Shout out to brother LTTV.
Shout out to LTTV.
Nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that.
LT cooking your ass.
LTTV, whoever his channel name is called. I'm sorry for being the dusty. How about that?
If y'all want to keep up with the news and this shit be going on, subscribe to LTTV. That nigga know everything about everything. I ain't gonna lie.
Nobody's LT, and I'm certainly not implying that.
I live in reality. I date real, normal people.
So you're mad?
I hate you so much.
Because
I hate you. So I don't want to hear it, but you know what? Actually, what am I doing?
Listen here. I like to cover days of our lives, but I ain't trying to be in it.
It don't matter. All you need to know is I don't want this kid, but if you want to have it, that's your
But you wanted
I want nothing to do with this kid. I want nothing to do with you.
My name ain't Walter. I ain't from Barbados. I don't like coconuts.
You don't care if I keep it or not after
But keep it or not, I told you I don't want you to keep it. You know, that would make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? But
That's not for me. I want my personal life to be free of abortions, free of drama, baby mamas, and everything in between. I'm not down for that.
I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise. I don't want anything to do with you. I wish that you would just be dead to me. That's what I prefer.
A lot of you guys are just busting inside of people, no birth control. They're not on birth control, don't care. And then when shit hit the fan, you just looking at the ladies like, yo, take a pill.
I'm pregnant and we need to figure this out. I'm pregnant. We need to figure it out.
Pregnant, whatever. I don't care. That's your problem. That's your responsibility now.
Go to the clinic. Like, that's an incredibly physically traumatic thing for a lot of women to experience.
You don't care if I keep it or not after
But keep it or not, I told you I don't want you to keep it. You know, that would make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? But
Y'all are so goddamn irresponsible about it. I don't even care if you guys get caught up having to pay child support. Y'all should be a bit more considerate of what you're asking the opposite sex to do in regards to their own body when it comes to abortion. Short bit of pleasure that you guys get busted inside the sugar walls. And you guys are getting this all raw, live, unfiltered, the same way she got it raw, and that's why we're here, okay? A lot of y'all not even taking that shit into consideration when you busting inside these broads. It just doesn't sit right with me. I think it's a bad way to approach it. And the third thing is that she's not a cheater, and she doesn't believe in courting the attention of other men, okay? And this third one turns out is the reason why we're here today, okay? And you can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility? She presented herself like this woman with such strong boundaries and not, entertaining other men. You was eating out her bonds. If she is what you claim she is, that's a bigger L for you. The fact that you got on a podcast and thought, yo, this is a W, I'm about to eviscerate everything. All you did was make your brand look more shaky, you dumbass. And she's keeping the baby and she's exposing him. Yes, and got her pregnant. and now he's begging her to get rid of it. Is that a new one? Or is it this the most stale-ass mistake you can make in the world?
I want nothing from you. I don't want anything to the child. I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything. I will never want to learn a damn thing about anything involving us. I will never look them in the face. I will not learn any names. They will never know me. I will never know them. Because what? You're dead to me. What else do you need to hear after that? Like, it's kind of pathetic to stay on this call and still explain yourself.
I need to know, how have I been so horrible to you? You wanted to marry me. You got me a promise ring. You wanted to move me out there. You wanted me to get my visa. This was yesterday.
So I thought this whole Abba and Preach, Daisy, Fresh and Fit debacle, the whole arc was done. But another twist came down the way. 2 twists. One twist you guys already might know of. She didn't keep the baby.
I'm not going to kill my baby because I planned the baby with him. But just everything.
Yeah, LTTV, Blunt Talk with LT, back at it with another video. My bad for that little delay. That was a long ass intro. I know y'all be saying I'd be milking the shit out of these intros, but it was a lot of hypocrisy. A lot of back and forth, Abba cooking himself with his own words from the Daisy saga. Now, folks have been coming at me saying this is not the same as Daisy, X, Y, and Z, and I'm like, you know what? At this point, it's not the same. It's far worse. There was so many parallels until it got worse. I was like, damn, it's this bad? We got this. This is, okay, whoever missed everything and they just want the footnotes, they just want to skip all the bullshit, like, what's really going on here? This is most people's perspective of what is going on when they listen to Libby and Abba. She sounds like a narcissist. Blah, blah, blah. Responsibility, integrity, and accountability, but I'll abandon my child if I don't get my way.
Don't fucking touch me!
That's what we're seeing. People are like, oh no, he wanted the kid. Yeah, until she broke up with him, and then he's like, delete it. I will never talk to you ever again, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, okay, so what the hell is this, bro? What is going on? And clearly there's some malice from her. She's clearly on a malicious streak of getting some revenge. This is some vindictive shit. She's putting out all his information. She's airing him out because she was, before we get into all the reactions, because we have some, before we get back into this with 328, let me remember that time. Saint the Sinner done an interview with her. The Saint and the Sinner.
Hi there.
Hey.
Just got finished a 4 to 5 hour interview with Libby where she says all sorts of shit. She's telling his personal business and everything. I was in the chat at one point like, ma'am, this is a violation. And then she kind of reeled it back a little bit. But nonetheless, it was getting crazy. She started flirting with Saint the Sinner at one point. This is bad, man. This is very bad. Let's get back into the main one before we get into this chat.
I live in reality.
Hold up, there's a lot here.
Just everything, like, after everything's going on, like, really, like, I'm not gonna be a single mother. I don't want my baby grow up without a father. Even until now, he's not showing up.
Not the biggest twist. I predicted this in the last video. Her not keeping the kid. Abba Chen.
Okay, so this was Abba when Fresh had Daisy Chen pregnant. This is what was going on. People forget. He was naming the child Abba, laughing.
Man, it's sad what they did to you. It's sad that you don't get to.
Now, this is no cape ceremony for Fresh and Fit. Fuck Fresh and Fit. We're just keeping the same energy. He has to be accountable to his own standards and points.
To come into this world. But I ain't surprised. And considering the parental situation, your boy think might be for the best. I mean, you got a deadbeat dad who don't want to be involved and a mom who's kind of using you as leverage and some kind of, it's a bit of a weird situation.
Chat, people that wanted to call in and debate me, people that were aggy in the comment section but just crying and not making any actual points. How about y'all call in and debate now? What is different between the Abba and the Daisy situation, the current situation, and the last situation? Oh, it's so different. It's not the same. Doesn't this sound the same? a deadbeat, unaccountable father and a woman with some ulterior motives to grow her social media platforms? What are we doing out here, bruh? Same damn thing. Oh, she's not an escort. Oh, that's the one difference. Like, what are we doing out here? What the hell are we doing out here?
No, does her not keeping the baby make sense? Absolutely. But what does it also mean? It means that Daisy's lying, right? It does. She's talking about, I'm religious. In my religion, we don't kill none of...
Religious. In my religion, we don't kill it. Didn't she say the same thing? Libby said the same thing as Daisy. For religious purposes, she don't want to kill the baby. And then what happened?
In my religion, we don't kill.
Then you get rid of the baby? Something don't add up. There's enough of these little tidbits where I'm like, right? But let's be honest. I made Daisy seem a little bit more credible than she actually was.
So he made Daisy seem more credible than she actually was for malicious intent to make Fresh sweat in his boots thinking, oh, he's about to have a baby with this whore in Fresh's mind. Well, not saying that she isn't in anyone else's mind, but come on, man.
And the truth is, she was lying about a lot of things. But the twist gets crazy.
She was lying, and you made her seem more credible than she was. A lot of folks did that. But when people are just calling out the obvious hypocrisy on ABBA's side, ABBA and Preach fans are crashing out looking like a bunch of unaccountable dweebs, dusting it up in my comment section.
Because as I'm reaching out, talking with her, to get information initially when we were going to do the first video, the weeks go by.
Oh, did somebody say there's no proof of her actual pregnant? That's where you fucked up, sir. That's where you fucked up. She showed it in the Saint the Sinner interview. She showed the evidence. She doxed herself, showed her real name and everything. She showed all the evidence that she was pregnant. All the unaccountable the mental gymnastics y'all are doing, y'all are looking pathetic as a fan base. No one's gonna take y'all niggas seriously. Y'all gonna hold everyone accountable, dead to rights on their shit, but when it's y'all wanna weasel out with all sorts of pathetic excuses. And the funniest thing about this saga, when I compare it to the Daisy saga, y'all are making the exact same excuses. Oh, it's a fake medical report. Oh, it's not his. Oh, ABBA has low sperm count. Guess who else used the low sperm count excuse? Oh. Fresh used the same excuse. Y'all forget this is part 2. This is part 2. It's the same thing, nigga. It's the same fucking thing. You mental gymnastics ass hoe ass niggas, leave your house. Leave your motherfucking house, and you won't end up like this nigga. You won't end up like him. Listen to folks when they're telling you what it is. All this mental gymnastics to escape accountability. The man was talking about he would rather see her dead. I'm never gonna see the child. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, but he said he wanted it at first. Oh, before she said she didn't want to be with him? How accountable does that sound? You already nutted in the woman. 5 months in love? 5 months in love?
Stay off the weed.
It's insane, man. It is insane. And throughout the back and forth and all the text messages, I learned that ABBA was a white dude.
How much you gonna give me, master?
I was like, huh? Y'all need to see the way he converses and the way he speaks. I'm like, no black person ever spoke like this in life. Even the Saint and the Sinner had to say that. We're like, what is this? Who is this guy?
She keep messaging me.
No disrespect to white folks. It's just a different culture. Just the way we cuss and the way we get along with things. It's just a little different. You know what I mean?
But she messaging me weird stuff. Now, I'm not going to get too many details, all right? Generally speaking, when someone DMs me, I keep it private. However, if they tell me lies, and I repeat them lies, or they start acting shifty, which then hurts my credibility, you don't get none of that privacy because you use our private correspondence.
Talk about credibility. You have a bunch of content creators crashing out, defending their daddy ABBA. You have a bunch of people in the comment section doing the same, coming for folks for keeping it consistent, keeping it all the way of being. I'm not part of that. Oh, I'm cool with this group. I come at these guys all the time. I'm always calling out red pill folks. They call them out too. So all of a sudden I'm nut hugging these folks and making excuses for their shit. They didn't learn from the Duke the Don saga. I told y'all this is Daisy part 2. What is wrong with you niggas?
To be a shifty person. But here's the thing that was weird to me. yeah, homegirl's trying to flirt with me. She's like, yo, I know you want me. And I was like, huh? She's like, I know it. You want me. Now please download Snapchat. I'm like, nah, I don't want no more app.
Oh, so Daisy was flirting. Daisy, remember Freshest Girl? She came off strong, flirting with Duke, flirting with ABBA. Similarly, the same way Libby was on the Sinner stream, Marquette, flirting with Marquette. Part 2, bruh. Accept it.
She's like, please do it for me. And she thought that shit was gonna work. I was like, nah. It's like, so why are you talking to me then? And I was like, listen, you just had an abortion. I just made sure you good. That's it. And, you know, she just has
an abortion. You just making sure she's good. You didn't even offer the same shit to Libby, your baby mother.
Weirdo. I laid on thick, and I'm like, listen, I'm like, lady, why are you being so aggressive? It's not like we out here sharing every detail about our lives. Like, why are you trying to say something? This is weird. Like, let me get this straight. You just date one YouTuber, okay? It goes horribly. You get pregnant by him after you accelerated the whole process insanely fast. Then you thinking about going through an abortion, which you do end up doing, and you lie about the time.
This aged like milk. This is copy and paste, bruh.
And then with the person that was helping you to expose all these details, you trying to start some kind of illicit relationship. Huh? Huh? Listen here. I like to cover days of our lives, but I ain't trying to be in it. My name...
ABBA, when you get into turmoil like this, and you don't delete, or you don't delete, come on, man.
My name ain't Walter. I ain't from Barbados, I don't like coconuts, and I ain't into tricking. That's not for me. I want my personal life to be free of abortions, free of drama, baby mamas, and everything in between. I'm not down for that. Now, I think it's really weird that you're trying to get back into anything that's even...
Now, ABBA and Preach fans that were in my chat speaking to my reaction, talking about this aged poorly, trying to control the narrative because there's a bunch of sheep that just follow dustiness in the chat. Y'all really trying to control the narrative and not keep it real? Not try to keep it a stack at all? Come on, man. Caping for this, bruh? This is his verbiage. Sounds like he's cooking him current time. That's what it sounds like. What are we doing out here?
Remotely close. So why are you trying so hard? And here's the thing, let's be honest. Let's be honest. A woman that looks like that and takes pictures like that ain't laying it on thick with a nigga that look like me. I ain't saying...
A woman that looks like that and takes pictures like that. This kind of reminds me of the way you got mad at Libby's profile. You know, the Instagram profile that she was hiding where she was in the tights and the workout attire, and you were talking about she's cheating on you based on the attire that she was wearing. So this is your perspective of yourself, sir. I'm just playing your own words. People got to stop getting butthurt of me playing other people's own words.
So why are you trying so hard? And here's the thing, let's be honest. Let's be honest. A woman that looks like that and takes pictures like that ain't laying it on thick with a nigga that look like me. I ain't saying I don't get it in. I ain't saying girls don't check for me. But a girl that look like that take pictures like that, ain't making no advances on me. Unless it's for that shmoney. No, we don't have to lie to ourselves. Don't get me wrong. I do get my DMs. They don't look like that, okay? And I ain't a dreamy type. I ain't no MLK. I ain't no sleep, no American dream, no nothing. I live in reality. I date real, normal people. Maybe
I guess that also aged poorly. You live in reality, date real normal people.
He did that shit. Guilty as fuck.
This is normal, bruh. What we've experienced over the past few days is far from normal. Far from normal, sir.
Come knock once. This girl done did like 2-3 times. And I said, oh, I'm like, there's no way you're that person. We don't have any reason. So of course I'm suspicious. She claimed that she'd kept the kid. Turns out she'd already had the abortion about 2 weeks before. So she'd been lying to everybody, right? Because she ended up getting caught in a live stream drinking, and everyone's like, wait, aren't you pregnant? And then she's like, oh, no, I wasn't drinking alcohol. Then she had to walk her back and said, guys, I'm not keeping the kid. I just got the abortion. She'd already gotten it while. That's why she was drinking on. She'd been lying, folks. She'd been lying about that portion. The day she went to go get them ultrasounds and all that stuff, by that point, apparently she'd already gotten it done. That's right. What does all of this mean in the grand scheme of things? Walter, you're a sucker. You fell for that shit? Bro, I'm gonna be honest with you. She hyper aggressive, but she ain't skilled. She don't got that finesse. I mean, one of the really good details she did is she paid for part of that bracelet, $15K. You know, that's some next level tricking where you trying to do the long con. That's pretty good. But outside of that, her DM game was trash. The fact that you fell for that isn't because she's talented or she's some con artist, is that you really wanted to believe that she was super into you. Because the way I seen her text me, I was like, oh, girl, your message, you must be running game with 30 different dudes. Ain't no way.
You weren't on to Libby, though. Didn't work out with that one, though, bruh. That one got by you. Like, come on, man. What the hell are we doing out here, sir? Man did a victory lap just to repeat the same damn shit.
My girl got a football roster full of dudes. She probably texts him like this. Walter, you're supposed to be an expert, but you fell for really lame game. And you nutted inside her and you got her pregnant. Now,
Did you guys not see the interactions between him and Libby? He fell for some really lame game and he nutted in her too. Fell in love in 5 months, promise ring and all that shit. Promise ring, nigga?
Nasty bitch.
Promise ring, nigga? A promise ring? Look, how old are we, nigga? This nigga's talking about promise ring. What the fuck are we doing out here?
All grateful that she didn't keep it because that baby would have deserved way better than y'all two as parents. How do we wrap all this up? The dudes in the red pill don't practice what they preach.
LT checked him. LT said,
Yeah, we're not getting away with that one, Abba. We're not getting away with that one, Abba. You, sir, do not practice what you preach. You're not part of that. You don't want to be part of days of your life. You date normal women. This would not ever happen to you. Women with that Weasley game, they're not finessing you. It's not Daisy Part 2. Or is it?
Yeah, that brother's starving.
Now, as for me, I want to close out this chapter. No baby being born. This girl's shifty. These dudes are frauds. At the end of the day,
Same thing! Okay, my voice got entirely too high pitched for that. What the hell was that?
Clip it, nigga.
Same thing. The exact same thing, man. What the hell are we doing out here?
Anything really changed? No. The Prince CEO got her pregnant, and she's keeping the baby, and she's exposing him. Yes. No, sir.
Okay, we have a slight difference. She wasn't keeping the baby and exposing him. She already deleted the baby and exposed him for being an unaccountable dweeb. Crashing out like a whole, I don't even know what to call him. I don't want to offend females by calling him a female, saying that was female behavior, but that was bitch behavior, bro. Man was crying. He was crying, kicking and screaming, talking about, I hate you, blocking and stuff. I'm like, bro, you can't be serious. You can't be serious. And folks are like, listen to what he said. I seen the whole stream. We're going to react to that whole stream and break it down. Y'all are prone to manipulation. It's pretty sad. I didn't listen to Libby and take in her perspective and all that shit. I looked at the stone cold facts. Y'all talking about context. If I walk in a room and a nigga's getting pegged, pause. I don't need no more fucking context to the pegging. The man's getting pegged, bruh. Fucking context. What are y'all doing? Y'all sound like the same red pill niggas y'all were criticizing and saying they're so unaccountable and they're always trying to say context and you can only fit so much context in an 8-minute video. Well, this is a live stream, nigga. We're here for the entire context. And no one's weaseling out of nothing.
Alpha male guru, whatever, red pill, knows the truth of the world, got caught up with a sex worker and got her pregnant. And now he's begging her to get rid of it. The guys were supposed to tell you not to get these...
Yeah, the moral police that waved their fucking finger and fucking... snub their chin at these motherfuckers and they're better, they're the moral police, but they're repeating the same thing, same dusty ass outcomes. I tell y'all all the time, we're just a bunch of dusty ass motherfuckers with mics and cameras. Niggas will get on these screens and purport to be the arbiter of truth, like they know something, speak confidently on a subject and now they're the authority of it. And it's like, no nigga, we're only as good as our opinions. We're only as good as the points we make. As strong as the points are, how consistent they are, how factually consistent they are with reality. Nobody's certified for this relationship bullshit. All these dumbass talks and if you're out here and you're having sex, especially unprotected, you're liable to have an incident like this. Nobody's above it. I don't know what the fuck people think this shit is.
Was pregnant, got her pregnant. Now can I?
But the one thing that folks do in both circles aligned is they want to remove accountability from the men. The women, they have, certain safeguards because they have to carry the baby. So they have ultimate second, they can make a bad choice and then still, plan B, contingency, whatever the other one's called, and motherfucking abortions and whatever the fuck they want to do. But once you nut in that woman, you have decided to have that child. Because whatever she does, she can end up in a child. She can keep it, she can get rid of it. It's not your choice, it's hers. So all this, I nutted in her and I wanted it at first until she left me, and then when she left me, I didn't want it and I wasn't gonna see her at all and not see anything. It's like, you don't get that. You don't get that. If she kept it, child support on your ass, nigga. You don't get that choice. Just unaccountable. That's what has all these unaccountable dudes just trying to debate things. Once you nut in a woman and that's in her, that's gone. That was your choice. I don't want to have kids. Don't nut in women if you don't want to have kids. All this unaccountable mental gymnastics is why we are where we are in 2026. Bunch of dusty ass crybabies online. Bring that shit somewhere else, but don't bring that shit to me.
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
I ask you a question. Is that fresh? I'm just asking. Is that a new one? God. Or is it just the most stale ass mistake you could make in the world? God damn. All right, so
See, he agreed before he became a complete hypocrite. It was the most stale ass mistake you can make in the world.
Her name is Daisy Fit. Okay, she's putting them on blast.
You mean to tell me that Fresh fucked with Fit?
Miss Fit, the one that Fresh was fucking, she writes, she sends a picture of the pregnancy test. She took 2 of them because she needed to confirm that she had Pug CEO's babies.
Wasn't he under the impression that he had a low sperm count? Didn't we cover this shit already, nigga? What are we talking about? Fresh said the exact same thing, that same dumbass unaccountable thing. Low sperm count, the sperm's still in there, nigga, get a vasectomy. What the fuck are we talking about, you unaccountable ass niggas?
You always told me you wanted to be your baby's...
You wanted me to be your baby's mother.
Mother, okay. I loved you and I did everything to be a good girlfriend.
I kept this shit in here? Let me just fast forward this. We don't care about this.
She highlights it on the paper.
Oh man, this is the same thing too. She gave the pregnancy test and everything, but except this is kind of like blurry compared to the ones that Libby provided on the Saint and the Sinner stream. They're HD 4K. You can see them clearly. She put her government name and everything out there, all her information. It's out there, bruh. We confirmed that she was pregnant at one point in time. Abba didn't deny it. He confirmed that she was pregnant. He said he was raw dogging her. It's in his footage.
You stuff relating to my past quite a lot. And yes, you moved past it. So for more...
I don't know what the hell that was. That was in notes. What is this shit? Talk with somebody? Why is it in a notepad? What is this? It's not evidence of anything. Yeah, let's get back into the video we're reacting to.
On the paper. It just says pregnant. And he says,
debatable.
It's not about that right now. It's good. It's not good. And a lot is happening.
I'm sure we all agree.
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
I'm just trying to capture all the peak hypocrisy because these videos, all 3 of them that I got in here and compiled, they all aged terribly. Got your dumbass niggas in your chat talking to me about my shit aged terribly. That's why I'm doing this. There was a little bit of pettiness to add this and be like, yo, this aged terribly. Who you guys talking to? Talking to me, bruh.
No, that I'm accurate. We spent New Year's together, and that's the time when he asked me to be his girl and to commit to him, and he posted a video of us on social media. He said to me, I love you. I don't want you to be with other men. A few days later, he asked me to meet his mom. Everything went well. I showed him and his mom my respect. He defended...
We don't care. Let me tell you, we don't care.
He's serious with me. Therefore, I'm not on birth control, and we had sexual behavior without protection.
Oh my God. I forgot there was a birth control component at one point that Fresh has. So that's one minor change. One minor change. One minor difference, I should say. Because it's pretty much paralleling both incidents, but that one detail is a little different. There was birth control involved in Fresh and his situation.
At first, everything was...
She's not a U.S. citizen?
He's telling her to take a pill to get rid of the kid. Okay. Oh. This is joking aside, okay? This is just for everyone watching at home. Abortion shouldn't be something you guys take lightly, okay? Abortion should not be some form of birth control that you guys heavily rely on. All right? A lot of you guys are just busting inside of people, no birth control, they're not on birth control, don't care. And then when shit hit the fan, you just looking at the ladies like, yo, take a pill.
Get dude off the screen.
Oh, God.
Get dude off the screen, man. Who the fuck is that, nigga?
It's like, what are we talking about, bro? This is what I'm talking about. This is why I gotta play this shit. This is what he was saying to Fresh. How do you repeat this precisely 2 years later?
Go to the clinic. Like, that's an incredibly physically traumatic thing for a lot of women to experience.
Yes, it's physically traumatic. And he's talking about, she made it so rough for me. This is why I was cussing her and talking to her this way. She was going back and forth and making the decision. Bro, she was pregnant. Her hormones were kicking her ass, bruh. How old are you? This nigga's 36 with like teenage problems, bruh. Not understanding how women are when they're pregnant and, I'm saying teenage problems. What the fuck? I guess I was the only one that having that issue when I was in the teenage years, but that's not normal, I guess. But like when you have this issue, or when you get a woman pregnant, you know that her behavior is ridiculously affected by her hormones. She has a child growing in her stomach. Some of her talking points, some of the way she acts is not her. You can't hold her to the full accountability of that. There's a reason why a lot of relationships break up when someone gets pregnant. They're like, oh, they just ran off, they didn't want the child. It's because the turmoil, the social, the communication becomes an issue because the hormones are ridiculous. Some men do not account for it at all. The wishy-washiness, going to the clinic to try to get the abortion and her saying no, going back, rescheduling it. When women are pregnant, they get cravings for things that they don't even like. They eat foods that they don't even like. That's the baby inside of them. So, and this is complete headcanon, but I think sometimes when they go to the clinic and then they walk out without the abortion, I think that baby's trying to fight to live. That emotion pouring. I don't know, but I think that this is some headcanon. This is some bullshit. This is not based on anything. But it's like, come on, man. You don't know. Nonetheless, it's a bad form of birth control. He was saying it right here. He understood it, but when it was him, complete different story.
It fucks up their hormone balance for an extended period of time, as physical ramifications.
He knew it.
And it messes with their psyche. If you've never had your hormones completely out of whack, you may never be able to understand. But just casually saying, yo, just take a pill, do this, just get rid of it. You guys are asking a lot, okay? So I'm not saying that you guys can't have conversations about abortion, but the way some of you guys approach it and the way you guys talk about it so flippantly, y'all are so goddamn irresponsible about it. I don't even care if you guys get caught up having to pay child support.
And this is who everybody's battling for. Crying for their daddy, talking about y'all hating, y'all are whatever the fuck they're saying. They're just doing the mental damn gymnastics. It's like, this is what he said to people that are being irresponsible. Then when it's his turn, he's kicking and screaming and talking about, I hate you and I hope you die and all sorts of weird, like, childish behavior.
Y'all should be a bit more considerate of what you're asking the opposite sex to do in regards to their own body when it comes to abortion.
Well, they never lived it. It's one thing not living it, but you can at least put yourself in the shoes of a person.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like, they haven't lived it. They will never live it. They will never understand.
Yo, and Preach too? Preach is complicit. Preach understands this too, but when it's Abba, he didn't hold him accountable like he wanted Myron to hold Fresh accountable. He's on his stream calling her all sorts of bitches. Doubling down I'm like, hey, yo, what are y'all doing out here, bruh?
And how traumatic and crazy that is. And what you put yourself, but I mean, I wouldn't expect someone not understanding 2 + 2 = 4 to understand that, but you have to understand what it brings a person. Like, just even not, the pill is crazy. Like, you have to force and induce. Basically, it's not just it magically disappears. No, you have to induce your body into a contraction to expel the thing. You know what I mean? So, for your body and to induce your body to do that, the chemicals that you have to.
My understanding is even after it happens, for a long extended period of time after that, they still feel the effects of a pregnancy.
That's correct.
So like their bodies are kind of going through it the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
So, and if you've never seen a woman who's pregnant, like she going through mood swings, her hormones are all over the place.
Yeah.
Her appetite, her depression, her like everything changes. So just guys understand.
Yeah, guys, just understand that, Abba. How about you take some of your own advice? This is why people are calling you a hypocrite. What the hell were you doing? Oh, I took so much, man. I tried. I was patient. Bro, it was 5 fucking months. What are you talking about? 5 months? Nigga, miss me with that shit.
And what it is you guys are asking for that little short bit of like pleasure that you guys get busted inside the sugar walls. You guys are demanding that they take this thing, and there's like very little consideration for it when you guys have this conversation. I understand being caught up with a child and it being brought up in unfair circumstances and child support, all that shit's crazy. But a lot of y'all not even taking that shit into consideration when you busting inside these broads. And then you just say this shit willingly afterwards. It just doesn't sit right with me. I think it's a bad way to approach it. And I also think if you want her to actually get the abortion, it's probably best not to just go nuclear and be like, because then she's going to just cut you off. Just something.
Now, Chad, is that not peak hypocrisy? What is he talking about, not go nuclear? What the hell did he do? What was recorded maliciously and put out on the internet maliciously, by the way? I always got to frame it that way because it's none of our business. It's your guys' personal relationship. So she put it out maliciously. We're not going to act like she didn't. But she recorded it. That's what we seen. We heard her talking in a normal, calm voice, and we heard Abba cussing Clot going the fuck off. So it's like, it looked bad. And this is while she was pregnant because she didn't want him. All because she didn't want to be with him. Does that sound like accountability? Oh, when she wanted to be with him, it was a family and promise rings and X, Y, and Z. But the second she doesn't want to be with him, he doesn't want it. And y'all are calling that accountability. Are we? This is new levels of sad right now. At this point,
Can we talk about crepuscular rays for a second?
like let's switch the topic to flat Earth at this point, man.
To think about.
What do you mean?
Because if you're just like, yo, f you, then she'd be like, f you, I'll do what I want. And then what happens?
She's on the internet exposing you, Abba. You knew this. This is your speech.
Can't even have any say. And me listening to this broad too, like, she's an idiot as well.
Well, how so?
Well, this guy puts his whole life out there. She gets with, okay, expecting to take responsibility of all this other stuff. The dude is constantly in different dumb situations. What's more, he's told her, I'm going to be sleeping with other people. He does it with you unprotected. Why wouldn't you think he's not going to do it with the other ladies unprotected?
Now, this is the thing, and this is why it also mirrors the Daisy situation. Because Libby was on the Saint and the Sinners podcast. We're going to react to that shortly. And she's accusing Abba of having a girlfriend. And there was overlap between the relationship with Libby and his current girlfriend. And she's saying that he got his current girlfriend pregnant in the past. Now, we don't know if there's any proof to any of this shit until we get some sort of evidence. Right now, it's just claims, so I'm just leaving it alone at that. But the simple fact that it was mentioned and framed the same way as Fresh, when Fresh was fucking with Daisy and Daisy was accusing him of fucking another girl, and then she brought the other girl, the other white girl, and then Libby's talking about the girl is Polish and she's another white girl. So it's the same white girl Asian pair. Who said this wasn't the same thing?
LT checked him. LT said,
It's funny that I'm playing Tree's voice because Tree said it's not the same thing. Shout out to Tree.
Sure. I don't know. To me, it's just like you met him November 21st. You guys are talking about having babies by January. Like, this broad is stupid. 2 months?
2 months. Okay, I guess that's the difference because ABBA was 5 months.
You having babies?
Or
with a dude who's sleeping with a bunch of other women?
Or smart. Or she knows exactly what she's doing.
Baby trapping?
I don't want to put it out there, but it's either two things. Whenever I see a thing, when I see a situation like that, I see that it's either really stupid or someone thought about this whole thing.
No, I know. So, like, how are you going to deal with this? By
Maliciously recorded audios available for the internet that go viral that lead us to talking about the pregnancy. What am I talking about? Am I talking about ABBA or am I talking about Fresh? Or both of them? They both apply, bro. What are we talking about?
saying I don't want a baby? That's all?
I mean, I just go to the doctor, I guess.
To the doctor.
This is what I think is thought out. When do you go from I really love them to record all the conversation to trap them out and to put it out there? That's why.
That's funny because in ABBA and Libby's situation, they both pressed record after both telling each other they loved each other, and they both recorded audio so they can come to the internet to get in front of us and prove to us that both of them are narcissists. They're both trying to prove to us that each other are narcissists. I phrased that wrong. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. But yeah, they're wrong. He's wrong. Libby's talking about I'm trying to get the W. I'm like, ma'am, you got played. What W? There's no W in a breakup. We don't care. This is all content for us as you guys put out your information. Why even do this? Like, people don't actually care. They care enough to be entertained and be in y'all business and call folks hypocrites and be like, you can't wave your thumb at me, nigga. You dusting it up the same way. That's all this is. No one cares about your relationship and your turmoil and your... Nobody cares. People have their own problems. I don't know why folks think that people actually care.
I think it's kind of weird because they're having a conversation now. No, go ahead.
It don't take that much. Like, if you really love somebody, or you're really crazy about them, and especially if you got the crazy hormones going on inside you because you're pregnant, 2-3 months is all it takes for you to be like, this person abandoned me. They're talking crazy about me online. Yo, I'm about to expose everything. Hey, listen, if you feeling cornered and isolated, it don't take much for you to get online and talk crazy.
Now, isn't that funny? Because that's the same thing Libby did. 5 months, actually. But she felt the exact same way, and you're justifying it for her. You're giving her this justification because that's what you did for Daisy.
I've seen him do it.
Next time, bruh.
Johnny Tightlips, where'd they hit you? I ain't saying nothing.
I'm gonna air this shit out, yeah.
Yeah, that's not that crazy. That's not that crazy at all.
I'm mad at that.
I have seen that happen way faster than 3 months.
Sure.
See that? Sure. Hey, the switch from I love you to like, I'm gonna put your whole shit on blast is not that far for a lot of people.
Yeah, go from I love you to I'm gonna bust the windows out your car.
But also, someone saying I love you in 2 months, I don't believe them at all. I think these are just people who are a little bit unstable and a little bit cuckoo.
Is 5 months the same, bruh? A little bit unstable and cuckoo in 2 months saying I love you is 5 months the same, bruh?
And then they just love bomb like crazy and say crazy stuff.
Yeah, the love bomb is crazy.
So, like, when these people say love, it means nothing to me. It's unfortunate because a child is very likely to be born in this situation to two dysfunctional adults. So one who's a grown man child who's out here slanging dick and getting multiple women potentially pregnant like an idiot and bust inside everybody.
Like an idiot. Damn, man. Damn.
I got a sugar baby pregnant, and now I got child support, so I'm stuck in the matrix. You know, the red pill is the truth, but I prefer the lies, and I busted inside this ling-ling. Okay, let me just stop.
That's your field trip.
These guys always talk about the matrix and this and stuff, and they just find the dumbest ways to plug themselves into the system financially. And like, they're just dumb. Like I said, the thing that was gonna kill this movie from the jump is the hypocrisy and the stupidity. You just see it every day.
Yeah.
Survey said.
I've seen him do it.
I just can't take it seriously. Yeah. So that's just one thing that I want to establish. Okay, why are you exposing him publicly?
Why? Why? Because obviously now.
Oh, what is this? This was ABBA and Preach interviewing Daisy Chen.
I hate him. I hate him for not being a man, stand up for his child, and not taking the responsibilities after.
Okay, we have a slight difference. She came out Libby came out and said she did this because of the way ABBA treated her. The way he would constantly speak to her, berate her. It was more based on that reason why she came out. She kind of owned the fact that she shouldn't have spread her legs so fast and had the child for him. And she went while she was wavering and having doubts about him in the first place. She threw him under the bus, man. She threw him under the fucking bus. She tried to Travis Hunter that nigga. She said that he wasn't her type. Her friends thought that he was below average of the dudes that she usually dealt with. I was hearing that and I was like that referee that's always in those boxing fights where niggas getting packed up and he's like, I was like, what's going on here? Like, this guy's getting two-pieced on. I'm like, why is she doing this to him?
He doesn't have to love me, or he can break up with me. That's fine. For me, it's okay. It's some guys think for 4 months. I was like gonna get over with it, but I'm pregnant. This is serious for me.
Interviewing a criminal, giving her a platform, letting her tell you all these lies, and you best believe, I'm calling immigration on you. 100%. You shouldn't even be here.
All of a sudden, they think that this kind of character assassination is going to somehow...
Yo, Myrie crashed the fuck out. Talking about him calling immigration.
I'll lend credence to the fact that Fresh is asking her to get an abortion. When I say Fresh is not credible and he's a dishonest person, this is what I mean. Is this red pill? To nut inside of a bunch of women, get them pregnant, and hope you can use deception to get them abortions?
Nah, bro, that's not red pill. That's online niggas with a microphone that think they know everything. That's beyond the red pill now. Like, this is pathetic, man.
The nuclear family is the backbone to any thriving society.
Is it part of the nuclear family to nut inside a bunch of women that you don't actually want to be with and get them pregnant and hope they get abortions? Is this how you father families and don't create single-parent households?
Bro, who the fuck are you lecturing, nigga? This speech better be reserved for yourself, nigga. Like, I can't believe what I'm hearing right now. And I can't believe what I'm seeing. Get these likes up, chat. The fuck are we doing out here? These likes... Y'all are acting like some FBA elitist in the chat right now.
They don't want to hear Jamaican. Don't want to hear Guyanese. They don't want to hear a black guy.
Y'all just showing me no love right now. Can I get some likes? Don't profile my... Come on, man. Get these likes up, chat.
You know, the thing is, all this time, people and them, they've been saying that we're not red pill, even though we never claim that we are. And we're not. But neither are you.
Facts. Facts.
Neither are you.
What is more beta than coming inside of women that y'all claim are sex workers and getting them pregnant and risking all your financial future? What is...
Ooh. This one aged very poorly. Might want to delete the video on this one, bruh.
Beta.
Facts.
Neither are you.
What is more beta than coming inside of women that y'all claim are sex workers and getting them pregnant and risking all your financial future? What is more beta than having an online beef with somebody and then putting on monkey suits and then losing millions of dollars because you want to be an idiot on camera? All you guys do is take L's. Again! Every
no,
time
that one doesn't apply to ABBA or Preach. They didn't chimp out like that. Those motherfuckers literally chimped out. They went in ape suits and acted like a bunch of monkeys. Like, what the fuck was that, bruh? That needed to be accompanied by the Uncle Ruckus music at all time. Not a single second unleft without the Ruckus music. Fresh said he got 1,000 bodies but gets tricked by a Chinese escort. ABBA doesn't purport to be a dating coach at all. He's not saying that he's going to show people how to get it done properly and blah, 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 and he has all these bodies. He does not say that. One significant difference. But the way you act like you know everything and this is well beyond you and you wouldn't make these type of mistakes 2 years later making these type of mistakes while laughing at the other. It just looks bad.
Let's get a chance. You embarrass yourself. And I know your fan base knows it because they're eviscerating you in the comments. And they look at you guys like clowns.
Oh, it's not really a fan base. Sometimes you're watching things.
Well, if that's their fan base, shout out to them because they held Fresh and Fit accountable. Y'all fan base doing the mental gymnastics, targeting other content creators when y'all need to hold y'all self accountable. Come on, man.
Because it's entertaining, not because you like it.
Yeah.
Or you like what's going on or anything like that.
I don't know how you guys take this movement seriously. If you want to take it seriously, take it seriously. Their whole like destroying stream, they brought up her ID, they said all this other stuff. They provide no proof. Nothing really tangible. And they never address any of the lies they told their own fans. If Fresh says it's not his baby or she's not pregnant, then just demand a DNA test. Why don't you go do that? There's a reason why you're not going to do it. The reason why you're not going to do it is because you know it's your kid. All these people saying, oh, Fresh is impotent. He can't have kids. Well, according to this, he's had other abortions before.
Did I not tell y'all it was the same thing? Oh, Fresh is impotent. He can't have kids. Same nigga right here said the same thing about himself.
LT checked him. LT said,
And y'all allowed him to get that dusty, unaccountable excuse off after raw dogging and nutting in a woman. But when it was Fresh...
is because you guys are fraudsters. And if you really show what happens behind the curtain, they're going to see that you don't live the lifestyle that you proclaim.
And that's why Libby's doing this, y'all. This is why Libby's doing this, because Libby had a weird parasocial relationship with ABBA for 6 years. She's seen ABBA up on the screen making points like this, thinking that he was a completely different dude. Thinking that he was like accountable, measured with his decision making. Whatever the fuck she thought he was. Whatever he purports to be in his videos. She thought it. She bought it. She watched him for 6 years, groupieing it out. Y'all gotta stay the fuck away from groupies, man. Y'all cannot be booty clapping up these groupies.
Booty clapping yourself? Oh my God.
I remember Courtney Michelle warned me of that, and she was 100% right. Groupie alert. I seen that hoe, and I'm like, yeah, definite groupie.
Nigga, you gotta go.
The fuck is wrong with you?
And then start making these dusty ass videos, hating and shit. And I'm like, yeah, Courtney Michelle seen that groupie from a mile away. So shout out to Courtney. The groupie, I'm not even gonna say her name. She faded into irrelevance. Her videos did like 3 views. It was pathetic.
God damn. This is evidence of that. Because whether this girl's an ex-worker or not really has no importance to me. But
I didn't make the same mistake as these guys. I wasn't booty clapping the groupie. Just clearing that up to make sure people don't think that was a mistake, or like I was part of these niggas shit. That ain't happening.
Has an importance to your movement and the things that you guys profess. These are the exact kind of women that you tell all the men to, if she is what you say she is. This is the exact kind of woman you tell every guy to avoid. When you went on the H3 podcast, you said you have to sleep with 50 women or more. Why? So you can discern female nature. So you can spot a good one from a bad one. And you can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility?
Does that not apply to ABBA as well? He came on the stream talking about, oh, she's this, she's that, she's manipulative, has all these people in my chat. You didn't hear ABBA. I'm like, yeah, I did. Oh, you didn't hear ABBA. She manipulated. She did this, she's that. I'm like, okay. Does it change the fact that he nutted in her and he was at her mercy talking about, I want you to get rid of it. I'm not going to see it, blah, blah, blah. All this unaccountable deadbeat rhetoric. What are we talking about? Sometimes when you lift the veil from the rhetoric, the person behind it is just dusting it up the same way as the person they're criticizing.
You was eating out her box. If she is what you claim she is, that's a bigger L for you. The fact that you got on a podcast and thought, yo, this is a W, I'm about to eviscerate everything. All you did was make your brand look more shaky, you dumbass.
You know what I mean? You guys don't know, I actually made that song after we ended our relationship because it felt so good to be free. Y'all ever been that? Y'all ever been in a relationship where you start like forgetting yourself a little bit? You know what I mean? Who you really be?
It's 5 months, nigga. She was across the coast, nigga. And this is why I shit on Montreal. Montreal is dusty as shit, Chad. I'm sorry, man. This is why they took all the professional sports leagues outside of hockey out of Montreal. They got the fuck out of there. Y'all got to be he's importing women from California, allegedly Poland, according to Libby. We don't have any facts on that, so I'm going to throw that out. But he's importing. A Toronto nigga would not import women. We're in Toronto. You know how many women are out here, bruh? You're just starving in Montreal, importing these long-distance relationships with these circumstances and then you're talking about changing your life and a relationship changed you. It was 5 months, bruh. It's 5 months.
What you like, what you love. That's what this individual stole from me. So that's why I made that song right there. I'm still working through it. All right, we're gonna have a 5-minute version eventually. Gotta work through it. But
yeah, he came into the live stream dancing to "Baby Is Gone," dancing to the abortion.
Let's get to it. A lot of folks been like, "Abba, you hiding? You terrified?"
The first 5 minutes, I really couldn't believe what he was saying about the pregnancy. In this phone call, you're going to hear Abba say, I'm harassing him, I'm a parasite, I'm a stalker, and that he just wants me to leave him alone. It does sound like I'm bugging him for days and for weeks. It wasn't like that at all. If he has proof, he can prove that. This is only 3 hours after the actual...
Now, before we get into Abba's breakdown, because it's a very long stream, people, they've been dying for me to listen to Abba's stream. The funny thing about Abba's stream is he's taking it down. Well, he hasn't taken it down. He put it on members only, so it's no longer publicly accessible. But this is the thing about streams. If you stream it publicly and people already react to it and it's already out there, putting it on members does not protect it from being reacted to again because you aired it publicly. It's only protected when you air it behind the members and it's not available publicly at any point. So it's not protecting it. People are still going to react to it, and other people that reacted to it and put it out there, we're going to continue to react to it.
Breakup of me saying I wanted to co-parent. He also talks about the blackmailing, which I never do, and I never did do.
Yo, Libby called out the Saint and the Sinner on his stream because he was leading fans to believe that she hit him up for the interview. He's talking because she said something in their conversation, in the text conversation, saying that, you know, they reached out to her, and then he was representing it wrong before she called in because he was thinking that she flaked on him. So he was like, she hit him up. Why she's saying X, Y, and Z? Look at the beginning of the text passage. But really and truly, somebody else from his team hit her up beforehand for her to get into contact with the Saint and the Sinner. So the Saint and the Sinner went out of his way for this interview. She didn't come to him. She's building her channel. She's talking to other content creators. She ran a whole strategy. She was talking to Watts, I believe. She showed the messages.
And one of the other things he mentions is that I'm contacting his friends, his family, and his people. This is 3 hours after the actual breakup. In my other video, I show you the only people that I reach out to is Abba and Preach. And it wasn't to get a hold of Preach, it was to get a hold of Abba. Preach, I contacted a few days later. What you see here is the way Abba is acting here, how mad he gets, the mocking, the ridicule, not letting you talk, the rage, the anger is not a one-off for Abba. It's not because of this it's not because of this one situation. It's not because I pushed him this far. I think you would be able to tell that this level of anger it's past the threshold of where anger should be. The way he's acting in this video is the reason why I decide that we have to part ways. This wasn't just this one time. It's what happened in Montreal, the Montreal fight that I mentioned before in my previous video. I witnessed it a lot afterwards and a lot even before Montreal. And again, regarding him contacting, like he's saying that I contacted his family and everything like that. If Abba has proof for that, then he can show proof for that. But I promise it was only the Abba and Preach page and the 4 phone numbers that he was talking about, like bugging him. I don't think they sent more than one message each, so it was like 4 messages, and that's it.
Thank you. Damn.
I just want you gone. Can you leave me alone?
So So you don't want...
I want nothing from you. I don't want anything with the child. I don't want anything from you. I don't want anything. I will never want to learn a damn thing about anything involving us.
But why don't you want anything to do with the baby?
Because you're the mother.
But what did I do?
You'll never know. I'll never explain it to you.
So I told you how I felt.
Hey, no. I don't care. I don't want to hear your explanation. You're not convincing me. We're not having a long conversation. I ask one thing of you. And it sounds like you don't want to respect it. That's what I'm learning. You're going to keep contacting me. You're going to contact my family. You're going to keep sending your friends to blackmail me. That's what it sounds like.
I didn't
You want money? I said fine. You want money? I said fine. You want money? Just fine. You send a letter in the mail. Do that way. It was fine.
Are you talking about child support, or are you talking about like...
Yes, you want your money, I'll send your money. If you have a legal obligation, I'll send the money. I don't care. I will never spend time with anybody involving you. I will never look them in the face. I will not learn any names. They will never know me. I will never know them. I'm going to make my own family. I'm going to move on with my life, and they will have nothing to do with me. That includes you. Anything tethered to you, anything connected to you, I want nothing.
Because I told you how I felt 5 months in, and
I don't care about your explanation. You can say whatever you want. You will never know why. I don't owe you a thing. We're done. You ended our relationship. I accepted it. I didn't fight you. I didn't argue.
But you, and you told me, you wanted...
Based on the... I'll play the audio.
Oh, here we go, then.
You told me to keep you updated on whether or not I was going to keep the baby.
So that was a mistake on my part. I'm sorry for that. I don't want to hear you.
And so you said you don't care if I keep it or not after I
But keep it or not. I told you I don't want you to keep it. You know, that would make me feel better. You know what I'm saying? But even if you decide to keep it, whatever. You know, paying child support for a kid I don't want to, just because it's connected to you, don't feel that great.
But what did
I'll pay the child support because it's my responsibility, but I don't want anything to do with you.
Because what did I do?
Whatever. I'll never know. I don't owe you anything.
So when he calls other folks deadbeats and holds folks to some sort of standard, understand that he got a woman pregnant, but because he does not like the woman anymore and she does not want to be in a relationship with him anymore, he wants nothing to do with the child. He thinks that absolves him of all responsibility. Oh, I wanted it at first, but the second she didn't want me, now I don't want to take care of my responsibilities in the child. She didn't want the child either. She aborted the child. So she's not off the hook. This is not screaming she's an angel and Abba ain't shit, but we don't know who the hell she is at the end of the day, and we really don't care.
I'm ready to move on. I'm just waiting for you to leave me the fuck alone. So, keep the kid, don't keep the kid, that's your choice. I don't understand that, so I'm not going to talk to you about it. If you keep it, send a letter in the mail, I'll send the money. If you don't, thanks for the word. So you have to choose. What do you want to do? You'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to be part of that conversation. But I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
So, like...
Now, does that incentivize a woman to keep the child? She will never know the father, never see the father, never be a part of the father's life. I heard that, and I'm like, from ABBA? Mr. Morality Police? The way he barred down Fresh and Fit, this happened?
Brother,
So you have to choose. What do you want to do? You'll have to figure that out. I'm not going to be part of that conversation. But I will never visit the kid. The kid will never visit me. I'll never know who they are. He will never know me. I promise.
So, like, you telling me all this stuff and, like, you yelling at me and saying these things. Like,
yeah, I'm yelling at you because you blackmailed me. So I'm going to yell.
I didn't
because you keep
blackmail you.
The blackmail gets addressed as well. We get to know what the blackmail consists of.
Me. So yeah, I'm not yelling because you're harassing me. I'm not upset about that.
I needed my cousin to text you because there is a baby and you blocked me.
Yeah, whatever. You're harassing me. You have your friends trying to blackmail me. You're harassing me. You don't want to stop. So you're sending messages to the page. You're saying business partner. You're doing all this goofy ass shit. So like, it's fine. You're harassing me. So you got a problem yelling? I don't really give a shit.
You don't think that I need to contact you?
I don't care. You can say justified. Maybe leave it justified. I don't give a fuck. You're harassing me.
So if my friends see that you said you don't...
I don't care your explanation for why, okay? You send your friends to blackmail me. Move on. What do you want to talk about?
I didn't send my friends to blackmail you. Don't you think...
Okay, you did. You'll never convince me otherwise. You're a blackmailer as far as I'm concerned.
Don't you think they would...
There's nothing to argue about. You can't convince me. Stop.
Don't you think they would already...
You're a blackmailer. I don't want a child with a blackmailer for sure. So that's how I see it. That's the end of that story. So there's no conversation. We're not talking about that.
Okay.
You're not convincing me. And I'm not going to listen to your explanation.
Okay, you don't have to...
I'm not listening.
You don't
I'm
have
not
to
going to hear
listen.
it. So move on.
You don't have to
listen.
listen. But you say...
All right, then I'll just mute the call. I'll mute the call and go ahead and talk. I listen to the damn word you're about to say for the next 30 seconds. And when I unmute it, you can tell me anything else.
When you say unmute, you're saying like you can't hear me?
We'll put a little timer over here.
So you think you telling me I'm gonna do this?
Man, I just want this dog to leave me alone and this girl will not disappear. Good Lord. All right, 15 seconds.
Does this sound accountable to y'all? This sounds pathetic, bruh.
All right, there we go. All right, so what do you want to talk about?
I just don't think, like, why do you feel like you saying I'm gonna do this all on my own isn't, like, that isn't.
Did you miss the first, like, however many minutes of the video? Did you miss the first however many minutes of the video? Did you not see all the hypocritical statements made followed by this activity? What matters if she wants to abort the child after saying she gonna keep the child and him saying he wanted to keep the child? Then when she left him, all of a sudden he didn't get his way, he's kicking and screaming, and now he don't want the child. This is the short form of what happened. She sounds like a narcissist, many people say. This is Abba's perspective. Blah, blah, blah. Responsibility, integrity, and accountability, but I'll abandon my child if I don't get what I want. That's what Abba is displaying right now. All this talk about responsibility, integrity, accountability, busting in these women, blah, 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 understanding what they go through when they're pregnant, mood swings, hormones, blah, 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 that all applied to Fresh and everybody else. But when it was him, fuck you. I hope you die. Kill the baby. I won't ever see it. Blah, blah, blah.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Y'all are tripping. I'm an equal accountability motherfucker out here. Anybody can get it, man. I don't know any of these folks personally. I have no disdain and animus for these folks personally. Just what the brand provides, man. Just accountability for folks just capping and lying to folks.
All right, anyways. I already gave you my answer about this topic. You're not getting any explanations out of me. So you can make whatever decision you want. I told you what I'm going to do. So you can decide what you want to do. Are you going to keep harassing me?
I don't think I'm harassing you. I think the only way I was.
Yeah, I don't care what you think. All I asked is, are you going to keep harassing me? You don't have to see this harassment.
I was
Are
just
you going to keep trying to contact me when I don't want you to contact me?
I was trying to contact you because there wasn't a decision.
Mind you, this is the reason why I'm playing this first, because this precedes everything that Abba brings to the table when he speaks about, and the facts that he brings in the audio and the conversations, because I'm only looking at the interactions. I'm only looking at the evidence. I don't care about what they speak and try to explain away. That gives no credence to me. I'm looking at what actually happened. And what actually happened, first of all, none of this should be our business, but it is because of Libby. She put it all out there. But when we absorb it and we take it in, pause, it does not look good for Abba. It's completely hypocritical.
Made about the baby. And so the only thing I
She's pregnant at this point, and he's trying to do what he's trying to do.
was hearing from you was you don't care if I have it or not, and you're not going to be a part of it if I do have it, because I told you, because I said I felt uneasy about the relationship last night, and I
don't care about anything you're saying right now. I'm not listening to any of it. So I just asked you a simple question, and you keep harassing me. You know I'm not going to be part of anything. You know my answer to everything. So are you going to keep harassing me?
I'm not going to keep harassing you. I kept.
Are you sure? Because you know what? Let me record this. You said you're not going to keep harassing me? All right. Say that again. Because I know you're going to contact me again. You're probably going to tell when your friends you need some more blackmail. So say that you're not going to harass me.
You only think it's blackmail because you know that the message you sent me.
This is completely factual. This is also factual.
Were pretty evil and pretty messed up, and you wouldn't call it.
Sure. Okay. All right. So you're not saying that you're not going to take your friends to keep blackmailing me. Is that what you're saying?
No, I never even sent them.
Okay. All right. So you're going to keep sending your friends to blackmail me. Okay. Cool. All right. Are you keep harassing me? So the answer is yes.
So I'm just gonna give a spoiler here. The blackmail consists of Libby getting blocked by Abba while she's pregnant because she broke up with him. So she sends her friends over to basically show him that they have a screenshot of him saying that he wants no part of the baby's life and he's unaccountable. They will bring that to YouTube where his career resides and expose him for being a deadbeat. So if he would not answer her call or listen to the friends to take Libby's call, that's what they were willing to do. And they ended up doing that anyway. What the fuck?
After our conversation today, are you going to...
All right, sounds like you are going to keep harassing me.
No, I'm not.
All right, well, listen, you already know my answer. You already know my answer. I don't want anything to do with you. I wish that you would just be dead to me. That's what I prefer. I don't want to know anything about your existence. If you have the child, like I said, send me letters in the mail for child support, whatever you need. That's cool. And if you don't have the child, great. That's fantastic news. Anything else?
I just don't know, like, does this, just like you talking to me this way, does it...
Yeah, after you blackmail me, that's how I'm going to talk to you. So that's what it is.
You were talking to me like this before.
I don't care about your explanation about your problem with how I talk to you. I already told you, you're dead to me.
You were...
You're trying to blackmail me, you're dead to me.
Oh my God.
Hey, listen, you're not going to explain this away. You're not changing anything.
Abba, you were treating me...
Like it. You don't have to be okay.
You were treating me like this before that stuff. There's all these...
I'm not listening. I'm not going to listen to anything. I'm not going to listen to a damn word you have to say about anything else. All I want to know is, what are you going to do going forward? We're not talking about anything else. We're not having a conversation. I don't owe you a conversation. We're not going to have one. You can make whatever choice you have. I already said that. I said that it's your choice to make. I made my choice. I don't want anything to do with you. So you don't have to like it. That's just my choice. Are you going to respect that? Probably not. You don't respect anything I asked for.
Sir, she's pregnant with your baby at the time. If this was she simply broke up with him and then she's just trying to have these weird conversations with closure and there's no baby involved, it'd be like, bro, what is she doing? Get off the phone. But what are you doing? Hang up the phone. But there's a baby. That's why there's this conversation.
So what are we still talking about?
I've respected a lot what you've asked for.
You don't respect any choice. You've never respected a single choice. You wouldn't have this child if you respected what I wanted. But I know you don't respect what I want.
So you asked me...
Of course not. Of course not. You know damn well the only circumstance I didn't want a kid in is the exact circumstance that you want to have a kid in.
No, you never heard me talk about it. You never heard me talk about it. You never heard me explain what my thoughts were on it. And you were...
Hey, listen, it don't matter. All you need to know is I don't want this kid. But if you want to have it, that's your problem. I want nothing to do with this kid. I want nothing to do with you.
I understand.
This is what I'm talking about, chat. This is an unaccountable, dusty point. You can't say you want nothing to do with the kid. That's your responsibility after you nut in the woman. She has veto purposes or veto opportunities. She can do what she needs to do. She can take the pill if it's soon enough. She can go through with the procedure and have the deletion if she wants to, because she has to carry that for 9 months and birth that. So she has a different safeguard. As a man, once you nut in her, that's it, bro. That crying and kicking and screaming, and it's like you don't really have a choice. It's her choice. You trying to convince and all that shit, but that's all. You don't have power or leverage. Oh, I don't want the baby. I want the baby. You already nutted in her. Nutting in her tells her you want the baby.
The first 2 months, and so when I told you I felt...
When I thought I was going to be with somebody, but turns out you wanted to quit, so it is what it is. Now.
He wanted the baby because he thought he was going to be with somebody. But it turns out that's not what it is, so it is what it is. Isn't this really accurate? Blah, blah, blah. Responsibility, integrity, and accountability. But I'll abandon my child if I don't get what I want. Isn't that accurate, chat? Isn't that the facts?
Now that we're here,
I didn't quit. I was being I understand, but you wanted the kid the first 2 months. And so when I told you I felt...
When I thought I was going to be with somebody, but turns out you wanted to quit, so it is what it is. Now that we're here...
I didn't quit. I was being honest about...
Yes, you did. You quit, but I don't want to hear your explanation. I actually don't care about how you feel about it or what you think about it. I think that, and that's what I always think. I always think you're a quitter, and I always think you're a blackmailer. That's period. That's in the story. You can't change my perception of you. Don't try. You're wasting your time.
You don't think...
I'll always think you're... Okay. I'll always think...
So I don't know...
I don't know... I will see you at it. But I don't want to know your explanation. I don't want to understand. I don't want to hear your lies. I don't want to hear your theories or whatever. I don't care anymore.
I'm not...
Yes, you want to try to explain. So let's move on. We're not talking about this topic. We're not talking about this. I will literally just mute you again.
How do you... No, but how do you not see, like, you just leaving?
I don't care. I'm not trying to see. I'm not trying to see anything. I'm not here to listen to
How come you can try to tell me that? How come you can just tell me, like, I'm doing...
You had your time. You did that long-ass call where you told me why you were breaking up with me. You told all your little cute lies, and I didn't really care for them, but I let you get them off. And I didn't say a damn word.
See, why are you saying they're cute lies? You don't...
Okay, you know what? Listen, don't worry about why I think they're lies. I'm never going to tell you. All you need to know...
Do you think they were lies because do you lie?
How do I get you out of my life? How do I get you out of my life? Tell me. That's why. If you want to talk, yap. Tell me how I get you out of my life. Is there any way I can make sure I never hear from you again? Oh, tell me how. Give me that answer. What was the answer to that question? How do I rid myself of you? Oh, now you don't have anything to say? You don't have an answer to that? So I can't get rid of you, can I? Like, you're always going to be this fucking parasite who shows up in my life. Is that what you're saying?
I don't think that's how I've been. I think I've been trying to...
I don't care how you think how you've been. I just want to know. I don't want you to talk about anything else. Can you just tell me how I can get you out of my life?
Talk. I don't think...
Because I don't want to hear you talk about anything. I don't owe you a conversation. All I want to know is, how do I get you out of my life? All I want you is to be gone. I just want you to be gone. Like, you are disruptive to my life. You're ruining everything for me. I don't want anything to do with you. I want to go back to work. I want to enjoy my life. I want to be able to enjoy the things I enjoy. I want you gone. So, you are the worst thing in my life. How do I get rid of you?
Okay,
Tell me.
That brother's stressing. Stock might need to get rid of you. You're ruining my life. This sounds like accountability to y'all ABBA fans that were in the comments. Funny that y'all are never in the chat when I'm live. Y'all are never in the call-in when I'm live to debate these points. Y'all just say empty nothings. Try to manipulate the chat or the comment section by saying, oh, ABBA said this on his stream. Everybody rushed to like it to seem like this is what the narrative is. It's like, nigga, if you guys don't shut your bitch asses the fuck up.
So you're talking to me like I wasted 3 years of your life. This has been 5 months.
Hey, no.
It's been 5 months, and I told you the truth about how I felt.
I don't care. No. I'm muted.
How come you can't hear me?
I just... All right. Muting it.
But you're talking to me.
All right, there you go. So, you can tell me the only thing I want to hear from you is, how do I get rid of you? And you can't answer that. The only time when you get silent. So I can't get rid of you, can I? I can't get rid of you. That's what I'm learning. Like, you're going to be a parasite for good, right?
I'm not interested in being a parasite. I was trying to contact you the last 2 days because there's a baby involved.
How do I get rid of you? I don't want you to
there was no decision made. There wasn't any...
So you just talking, I'm not listening. God damn, I just want to get rid of this girl, bro.
There's no...
All right. You're still talking? All right, let me mute it again. Good Lord. Okay, so how do I get rid of you? Can you tell me?
So, if what I said to you, like, weren't lies, are you going to be proud of, like...
Okay, all right, I gotta mute it again. She's never going to answer my question. Holy shit. I am actually dealing with, like, maybe a stalker or a crazy fucking person. All right, I'm back again. Are you going to answer my question?
How am I being a stalker?
How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you?
We can hang up in 5 minutes, and I just want to know how I'm being a stalker.
How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? I want to get rid of you. I want to go to bed tonight and really believe that I'll never hear from you again. That's all I want in my life.
Because I broke up with you 5 months in because
I'll PayPal you $1,000 if you can just tell me how to get rid of you.
I gave you $2,000 last week because I felt like...
I'll PayPal you $3,000. I'll double it. I'll PayPal you all the money you sent me.
When in our relationship has money...
How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you, though? Please.
Again, the only reason why I wasn't contacting you the last 2 days...
my God, this crazy lady... I mean, I can stop hearing from her. Oh, my God. I really fucked up. I'm really dealing with an insane person. Oh, you know what? This is my fault. This is my fault.
And you can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility?
I fucked up.
How come you fucked up?
She's gonna harass and stop me forever. She's gonna send her friends to piss me off and annoy the shit out of me.
You act like this is my behavior all the time.
How do I get rid of you?
Why are you saying these things?
You not hear me?
I hear you. I hear you.
You're not listening to anything I'm saying.
Abba,
I think you are the worst thing to ever happen in my life. How do I get rid of you?
Y'all are so goddamn irresponsible about it. I don't even care if you guys get caught up having to pay child support. Y'all should be a bit more considerate of what you're asking the opposite sex to do in regards to their own body when it comes to abortion.
Rid of you. And you say you love me, but you can't answer the simple question of how I can not be with you. How can I not have you in my life?
Listen.
It's such a simple thing. I could never be you know that? I could never be with somebody, claim I love them, and if they really didn't want me in their life, just hold on to them for dear life.
I'm not...
You're the worst. You're actually the worst. All I want you is to stop harassing me, to stop blackmailing me, to stop contacting me, stop contacting my friends, stop contacting my people. And you're saying you don't know how you can stop.
You're acting like I did that every day. I just did that today, and I didn't contact.
You are the worst. You're a parasite. How do I get rid of you?
I didn't contact your friends. I didn't contact.
I don't care. How do I get rid of you? Can you answer the question? What will make you shut the fuck up and never contact me again? What will it cost?
I promise after this phone call, I won't. But I think you keep saying
this. Me? Promise. Promise me after this phone call, stop harassing me.
No way. Yo, what the hell? LT, you're sounding a little triggered. Why? I'm not saying nothing. Listening to ABBA sound triggered. Why are you projecting that nigga on me? Pause.
Personally, I feel like that brother needed help.
What the hell was that, bro? What? Yo, if you don't... Come on, man. Be serious in the chat next time, bro.
You'll never contact me again. Promise.
Yes.
Okay, all right, you promised. And I recorded it. So if ever you fucking lie or take that shit back, I will send you this recording. If I ever hear from you again, that's all I'm sending you. That recording on repeat. The one where you promised to never fucking contact me again. Oh my God.
Yeah.
I almost want to feel relieved, but I don't even believe you. Because you've always told me you'll give me time and never have. But you know what? Here we are. At least you promised, and that's all I can ask. What do you want?
I didn't hear.
Oh, shit.
Are you even, like, you don't care what I have to say? I don't think I hear.
I don't care. I don't care about what you have to say. I don't care about your explanation. Everything that you say means nothing to me. Everything.
Because I broke up with you, and I told you the truth, and it was respectful, and they weren't lies, and we had a conversation. I don't know how that conversation, you ended the conversation peacefully. I did the best that I could. It was last night. Last night is when we broke up, and you said, okay, we can break up. Just keep me updated on the pregnancy and whether or not you want to keep it. And then you blocked me, and I have to make a decision. And I tried to contact you today because that's important, and I'm not interested in harassing you or doing any of that stuff. If you don't want to be involved, I'm not going to contact you after this. I needed to have this conversation just to know, and so we figured it out. But I didn't harass you. I didn't blackmail you. I didn't do any of those things. I needed to figure out whether or not you really meant you didn't want to be a part of the baby after.
Okay, cool. Now you know. Okay, cool. Now you know I meant it. Anything else?
So but before last night, before we had the serious conversation, you wanted me to keep the baby. Before.
Listen, we're not having a conversation. I don't want it. I don't want it. I'll never be involved.
That's okay, but I don't understand.
I'm not explaining anything to you. You will get zero explanations from me. I'm not explaining.
You don't have to explain.
I want it.
But it is true.
Okay.
Before last night, you wanted everything to do with the baby. You wanted everything to do with the baby before last night.
Sure,
and all I can do, 5 months in, is tell you how we're probably not compatible because of how much we're fighting.
All right. You've told your story. You know, you tried to make yourself out to be a really good person. You did great. Anything else? I never said. For yourself now. You're just talking for yourself so you can like control the narrative.
No, I'm not. What am I saying? What have I done? What have I done?
You're not even listening. You're not listening. I don't care for a single word you're saying. I'm not taking it in.
No, when he says that, and you know she's recording it, and you know she's gonna put this out. So she's saying, "Oh, I didn't do this. I was a peaceful angel," and it's like you know what you're doing. You're positioning yourself right now.
I told you.
You're talking for yourself. You're just talking for yourself.
No, I need you to. What's a lie? What's a lie in what I said?
And I don't care about it. I will never explain. I will never talk about it.
Because.
See, and that's some hoe assness, Abba. What the fuck is that? That is some petulance. What are we doing? I will never explain. It's like, all right, man.
Because you know what? In a few months, you're gonna understand that I did everything right.
Still talking for yourself. Okay,
I did everything right, Abba, and you know it. I didn't cheat on you. I didn't string the relationship along. I didn't string the relationship. We're 5 months in. We're 5 months in.
Okay.
I didn't string you along. I didn't have you invest.
This is so exhausting.
I didn't have you invest more money into me at all.
All right.
Do you know any other chick would be okay with that? I pay you back. I contribute. I like chip in where I can. No, and that's the truth.
Yeah, you're 10 out of 10. You're the best. You're the best. You're right. You're the best.
And so.
Anything else?
And so before the conversation last night, you wanted everything to do with the baby. You said you wouldn't.
All right.
You wouldn't.
So this really is just for you. This is just for you to feel better about yourself. Do you need closure? Is that what you need? Do you need me to like look at you the type of way? Is that what you need?
No, I just.
Why are you trying so hard? I don't understand why you try so hard. Like I don't want anything to do with you. I don't like you. I don't want anything to hear from you. And like you're trying to convince me about like your behavior and your conduct.
You're saying this, but you would have never said this last night before the conversation. I don't know how.
Sure.
But why do you have so much hatred? How do you have so much?
Oh God, old ass deflection. She showed the pregnancy results and the termination of the pregnancy on the Saint and the Sinner stream, about 4 hours into the 5-hour stream.
But you were in love with me before.
I don't want to hear from you. I don't know what else to say.
But how do you have so much hatred after a conversation that we had respectfully?
Oh my God, this girl is like so narcissistic. You just want to always have to tell the story that you believe is true. I don't care.
What's not true about what I said though?
You'll never know. I'll never tell you. I will never give you that satisfaction.
Because the only thing I've ever done with you was be honest.
Yeah, you told the truth. Yeah, you killed it. You told the truth. You preach it. Anything else?
No, I've only been honest with you. And you know that.
Yeah, you only been honest. You never cheated. You're the best.
You know that. Abba, in a few months, like you.
I know that. Abba knows that, and you're right. Anything else?
You know that. And I hope.
Yeah, you're right.
No,
you're right. You did the best. You did awesome.
And like
you were great.
like when you're riled up like this, and it's happening in every fight. you always say the worst things to me, and then when things are okay, you realize how messed up.
And Libby, Abba's the worst, and Libby's the best. Anything else?
You know that I
Holy shit! For someone in a relationship, you love to still talk to me. This is crazy.
No,
I've never.
This is the dumbest, most pointless conversation of all time. I'm just gonna keep it a stack. He blocked you, you're pregnant, you're talking to him because you have the child. What the hell is this? Why are these the topics of the conversation of where y'all went wrong and right? Y'all should be talking about co-parenting strategies at this point. The fuck are we doing out here?
Broken up with someone and then you have to this much afterwards. It's actually kind of insane. I've never seen someone end a relationship and be on a call like it's just yapping.
Because
Because what? You're dead to me. What else do you need to hear after that? It's kind of.
Shout out to Sir Chai with the $2 super chat. Now, Sir Chai says, I mean, Daisy and Libby might have some good kitty.
Oh my God.
Well, Abba fell in love in 5 months, and he still wanted her when she got pregnant. He wanted her and the child, but she left him.
You're a victim. Here we go, CSI.
So maybe, I don't know, man. I'm not trying to find out either. I don't really care, man. I'm good over here.
Pathetic to stay on this call and still explain yourself. Have some self-respect and move on with your fucking life.
I'm gonna do that after this.
You're crying.
I'm gonna do that.
I don't
Sorry,
you.
sorry.
You don't understand boundaries. You don't care.
Sorry, I'm kind of
you
just.
are pathetic. Move on with your life.
Hey, I'm pregnant.
I don't like you. I don't want anything to do with you. How much longer do you need to hear
this? All of a sudden, after the conversation last night, because I was your number one priority. You left the dancing thing to talk to me. You said anything for you.
It's almost like crazy that when someone's not your partner, they're no longer a priority in your life. Wow. Mind blowing. Yeah. We're done. You're dead to me.
Yeah, but
how's that all complicated? I'll fight for somebody who's worth fighting for. Last time you proved you were not worth fighting for, so I'm not going to make an effort for you anymore. You're not a priority to me. I don't care about you. I don't care about your opinion. I don't want to hear your thoughts. I don't want to hear your opinions. I don't want to have anything to do. You're having a baby. I don't care. I'll never want to know anything about that. So if you want to have it,
because why? Because I told you 5 months in that we were having issues and
You'll never know. I will never explain it. You will never get me to look into your eyes. I will never speak to you again. I will never share my thoughts with you again. I just want you gone.
Because
that's all I want. From the bottom of my heart, I just wish that I could wake up tomorrow and know I never hear from you. That's the only thing I want. And I would feel amazing. Isn't that crazy? And you refuse to grant me that. And you're
I will grant you that. Stop saying I'm always going to be a parasite.
You never granted me that.
You are a parasite.
You actually are. You send your friends to blackmail me. You always.
Shout out to Sir Chai87 with the $2 super chat. You said, yeah, Abba probably met his match. He got so lucky.
Ignore when I tell you I don't want to talk to you, and then you just keep reaching out.
Because I'm pregnant and we need to figure this out. I'm pregnant. We need to figure it out.
Pregnant, whatever. I don't care. That's your problem. That's your responsibility now. You cut me out of it.
So I'm harassed.
You're pregnant. That's your problem. That's your responsibility now.
Ignore when I tell you I don't want to talk to you, and then you just keep reaching out.
Because I'm pregnant and we need to figure this out. I'm pregnant. We need to figure it out.
Pregnant, whatever. I don't care. That's your problem. That's your responsibility now. You cut me out of it.
So I'm harassing you. I'm telling my friends, hey, Abba, unblock you because I need to talk to you about the baby. And this is literally just last night. We broke up last night. I need to get in contact with you because And so you're saying
they broke up last night, and this is how he's acting. This is pathetic, chat.
I'm harassing you today because I need to get in contact with you.
You're out there harassing me. The last couple of weeks and months, you've been like, I don't want to have the baby. I want to have the baby. Now all of a sudden you want to have the baby. You want to keep the contact after breaking up. You're a fucking clown. All right? What do you do with the baby? I don't care. I will not let you hang over that shit over my head. I want you gone. Even if it means I don't get to be in my child's life, it's a great thing because it means you're gone. You're horrible. So I just want you.
Why am I horrible? I need to know.
You texted me about this shit.
I need to know, how have I been so horrible to you? You wanted to marry me. You got me a promise ring. You wanted to move me out there. You wanted me to get my visa. This was yesterday. Yes.
Bro is rolling like a villain out here. How are you promising grown-ass women at your big age a promise ring, bro? Like, what are we doing out here? This is cartoon-like, bro. A fucking promise ring, bruh. Shout out to Sir Chai87 with the $2 super chat. You said, can you imagine Abba YouTube checks going to Libby? Holy. Yikes, that's a nightmare, bruh.
And so all of a sudden I'm horrible and you don't want to have the baby with me. This is you were saying this all to me after before last night. So why am I so horrible, Abba? We won't talk after this. We won't talk about this. Why am I? Because
you're not going to get it. You're not getting the explanation now.
You never.
Never get it.
Yeah, and you never heard what I had to say about if I had. You think I'm going to stay here?
I don't care where you're going to stay. I will never be involved. You understand? You can literally be next door to me. No, you don't understand. You can literally be next door to me. Okay. If anything is connected to you, I want it gone out of my life.
You know, every time we get in a fight, and again, this is fine, it's fine, but every time we get in a fight, you say the worst things, and you call me out of my name.
I don't care. I don't care.
And then a day...
You won't stop harassing me. I didn't say anything until you harassed me.
So
you know what?
So before...
I don't really care. You don't get to harass somebody, blackmail them, and then be mad at their reaction.
So...
I just want you gone. I try to say it kindly. I try to say it.
You've never said it kindly. No. You just blocked me. You just blocked me, and I'm here with your... You blocked me and I'm here with your baby.
Here we go. Mama, maybe the victim. She's always a victim. We'll get it.
Okay, I just want to know if you're going to be proud of this conversation.
Proud? I don't know. All I know is that there's one outcome I want from this conversation. I want you gone. I want you gone forever. That's all I want. That's all. Truly. I don't want to say anything bad about you. I don't want to talk about you. I never want to hear from you again. But you insist on contacting. You let DMs play. You preach, read them. Now it's a compliment. You quite a drama, but that's what you wanted to do. So you did a great job. Now I hate you even more. So
because
you really don't care because you're a parasite and you like knowing that I have some emotions about you.
No, I've never been that way, and you know that, and that's why you freaking fell in love with me, and that's why you like me, because I've always been honest throughout this whole thing, and I've had integrity, and even when we fight, I don't say half the stuff that you say. You regret everything that you say when we fight. You know that? You regret everything, and knowing how you are, you're going to regret tonight and how you've been with me.
Thank you. You're so considerate for telling me how I'm going to feel in the future. You're great. You're a really good person. Anything else? I don't know what to do. I don't know how to get rid of you.
You act like I'm like I do this all the time. I'm trying to figure this out because of the baby, and maybe I'm like...
You do. Actually, one thing that was funny, you messaged me the other day, and you're like, oh my God, Kim's so fucking annoying. I'm easy as a girlfriend. All I thought was like, no, you're horrible as a girlfriend. You're so difficult. But now I'm hearing you starting to just praise yourself all the time. It just makes me laugh a little bit. You're incredibly difficult and annoying. And you're proving it again now with how you're harassing and blackmailing. But
Bro, I thought you understood how their hormones affected their mental. I thought you understood all the things you broke down in your video when it was Fresh's turn, but now she's just crazy, annoying, she's all these things. It's like, bro, what's going on here?
I just want to get rid of you. How do I get rid of you? I don't want to hear your explanation. I don't want to hear your theory about how we can co-parent. We will never co-parent. I want you gone. How do I do that?
You didn't even hear what I had to say about the stuff in the beginning of
I don't want to hear about your co-parenting or how you want to do it, how you want to move close. I will never look at that child. You understand?
Wait, now that was the point of the conversation. That's why I said, what are they doing here? They should be speaking about that. And she's talking about, yeah, she wants to figure out how they're gonna co-parent, and he's not having it. He's talking about they're not gonna ever do it. He's not gonna see the child. This is the epitome of accountability, chat. This is who folks are coming to. Man, come on, man.
I want you gone. How do I do that?
You didn't even hear what I had to say about the stuff in the beginning of
I don't want to hear about your co-parenting or how you want to do it, how you want to move close. I will never look at that child. You understand? I will never spend time. I'm going to make my own family. Be married with somebody, my own kids with them, and that child will never be part of that. And I don't want them to be.
So 5 months in, I don't feel like it's right to abort the baby, and you decide, because I want to keep it, and because our relationship has been rocky, I decide to leave the relationship, but you don't want to be a part of it because I'm honest about the relationship, and I feel like it's not okay to abort the baby.
You're still yapping about it. You're repeating yourself 100 times. I think you're wasting your time.
Kicking and screaming. You can't keep them if they don't want to be kept. Don't save them. They don't want to be saved. You haven't heard that, bruh? Weirdo. This to me, this is the most pathetic part. She don't want you, so now you don't want the kid. Now you want to be absolved of the responsibilities that you potentially were going to create, because she aborted it too. She didn't want the responsibility either. But come on, man. What are we doing out here? Shout out to Faded Blaze 89 with the $2 super chat.
I'm getting rich.
Wait, that's not for $2. The applause is for $2. I ain't getting rich. All right, you said Fresh, Abba, and Duke fell for it. Shake my head. Pray for them. Yep. Some idiot tried to project Abba's role in this on me. And not in the chat, in the comments. They're like, oh, you're playing the Duke role here. I'm like, wow, how? I'm not simping for some dusty chick. What are you talking about? I'm not interviewing a chick in my crib and potentially booty clapping it up. I'm not dying on a hill that doesn't need to be died on. I'm consistent. I'm handling this the exact same way I handled the Fresh and Fit thing. Everybody else is handling it differently. Everybody else is running and gaslighting folks.
We're not going to talk about it. So you keep repeating yourself, but I'm not going to reply to what you say. So what do you want to do now? You want to repeat it 7 times so I can not reply?
Your reaction should be warranted.
No, here we go. Some more criticism.
No, Abba, you act like
oh my
you
God,
act like
I gotta listen to this. Like, oh my gosh, he's just gonna be critical the whole time. Shit.
You act like
How do I get rid of you? How do I get rid of you? Why don't you just answer me? Why do we have to keep talking? You already heard my answer. I don't understand why you want to keep talking to me. I act like what? I don't want anything to do with you. Are you gonna keep chasing me? Are you gonna keep fucking hounding me, annoying the shit out of me?
No, and
I
you
don't want anything to do with you.
No, and you know that.
I don't believe that. I don't know that. I don't know that. You are somebody who's never listened to boundaries. You are a harasser. That's how I view you. So you can't change my perception, okay?
You know that.
How do we? Okay, so if I hang up right now, will you contact me again? You told me earlier no. After we're done with this call.
No.
You won't ever contact me again. You promise? I knew you could do it. I knew you could do it.
No, I
Oh.
Unlike you, at least I can pay reverence to something, regardless if it didn't.
Sure you do. Sure you do. I want to hear your like self-aggrandizing. Oh, Lord, you almost. I don't care. Okay. You got people to blackmail me. You're fucking crazy.
Because you told me you were gonna leave me.
Shut up. I'm not trying to hear that. I'm so sorry. I have full reverence.
You just told me you were gonna be there for the baby.
Blackmail me, and you're gonna sit here talking about how you're a good person. You are fucking crazy. I'm gonna get you off the phone. This girl gonna sit here to get me on a call so she can compliment herself. You want to compliment yourself? What ego? You spent like the 30 minutes on this call, and you gave yourself so many compliments. I was such a good girlfriend. I treated you so
Okay, tell me how I was a bad. Tell me how I was a bad girlfriend, Abba.
Oh my God, you are actually like narcissistic like
Abba, tell me how I was a bad girlfriend. Tell me what Abba, tell me.
I will never.
You can't. No, you can't tell me how I was a bad girlfriend because I wasn't a bad girlfriend to you.
If that's what you believe, see.
Who in the fuck cares? Who is this production for? Y'all are trying to present to the public with these recordings. Oh, I wasn't bad. I wasn't good. Who the fuck cares, ma'am? We're not in the relationship. We don't have to deal with whatever type of treatment you were giving him or whatever treatment he was giving you. Y'all are trying to prove to the public that y'all were good spouses or what. Like, nobody cares. I don't understand why folks do this. This is why they talk about winning and losing the breakup and shit. It's like, bro, people don't care.
You're still complimenting yourself. Keep complimenting yourself.
You can.
I thought you wanted to do this call. You wanted to go on this call so you could say how amazing you were.
No, because you can tell me.
And I handled things so well. And
because
that's what this call is for. Is that why you've been harassing me so you could compliment yourself for 40 minutes?
You're saying.
Is that why you've been harassing me and blackmailing me?
You're saying that you keep saying I'm blackmailing you, but you don't think leaving your girlfriend who's having your baby is equally horrible. When I said we're having issues and it looks like it's not going to work out.
Here we go. Here we go.
How come you can't hear that? How come you can't hear that? How come you can't hear that?
It's just so annoying. You just always do this thing where you just tell the story and it's never reality.
Okay, then why don't you tell what happened? Why don't you say what happened? Why don't you say what happened so I can leave?
I will never tell you what happened.
Because what I'm saying is the truth.
I will never tell you what I think about you. I will never.
Because what I had said and what I have done has been honest this whole time, and you know that.
Shout out to SirChai87 with the $2 super chat. You said, LTTV, will this drama affect Libby dating options? 100%. 100% this will affect her dating options. She might get a bunch of simps jumping in her DMs now. A bunch of simps coming to her workout channel or whatever, but folks that potentially would have taken interest in her, this is my opinion completely. I don't fucking know. I'm not God. I don't know how life's going to work out for the chick. But that would have potentially turned off a lot of folks. Bringing all this shit to the internet, doing this dusty shit, being ABBA's leftovers. It's like, yeah, no, I don't think people are going for that. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that kind of took down her dating options.
You were awesome. You were the best girlfriend. You were great. Anything else? There's no point to any of this. I will never speak to you again. I never want to hear from you. Like, I just want you out of my life. There's no reason for me to even talk to you about this stuff. I don't want to hear your theories and your explanations for why. I just want you gone. And instead, now that you would pre-asking me questions about a pregnancy and all this other fucking bullshit, so annoying. You really are a parasite. You're leeching yourself for the rest of my life. Fucking annoying. How do I get rid of you now?
When is this gonna end? I'm trying to react to all of this so I don't have people crying about context like the red pill folks were doing when they were getting cooked. Ironic. But yeah, everything's getting played fully out. This is just long as hell. Pause. Damn.
So what was blackmailing though today? Like
We're not talking about that. I think you blackmail me. You think otherwise. I don't.
Because I have a screenshot of you saying, I don't want anything to do with the pregnancy if you don't want it, because I broke up with you last night. Sorry, if I don't want it or do want it, you're never going to have any involvement because I broke up with you last night.
If you think I blackmailed you, if you think I blackmailed you, that's your perception.
No, so you're going to tell...
I don't care.
But you're going to tell me that. You're going to tell me that and act like that's not the worst thing to tell somebody who has...
You love arguing.
I'm not arguing. No, I just need the facts. I just need the facts.
And you're like, I just need the facts.
Abba, I just need the facts. Abba, I just need the facts. I broke up with you last night.
I'm done. I'm not going to talk about it. So you keep yapping about it and tell your story.
I broke up with you last night. I broke up with you last night because we aren't compatible.
Call a little bit and then wait for her to be done. Oh shit! You really called me so she can just yap. Are you done now? You told me the whole story. I just want to end the most pointless call in the world.
I broke up with you last night. You told me you don't care if I have the baby. You're not going to be involved in the baby's life. And then I sent that to my friend, and they were like, "That's fucked up. I can't believe Abba would do that to his girlfriend, his ex-girlfriend or whatever, because we broke up last night." And you don't think what you did was more evil than them saying they're going to post a screenshot?
Yes. You're the best person. I'm the bad person.
What she just explained was the blackmailing. So when everyone's wondering why Abba's saying she blackmailed him, blah, 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 that was the blackmail, what she just explained. Sending the screenshots to the friends because she was blocked, and what I explained earlier in the stream.
Next. Why are you trying to control my perception of the situation? You're wasting your time.
I'm not trying to control it. I'm actually
Yeah, you are. You're trying to convince me. You're trying to convince me of your worldview. I don't. We're wasting our time. Like, I don't know what else you need to hear. It's just, you're dead to me. I want you out of my life. I want you gone. Oh, you're sitting here like, oh,
Abba,
actually what happened was I care.
Abba, that is no problem.
Oh, no, you do have a problem, or else you wouldn't keep harassing me.
I kept harassing you.
Holy shit, I've never had someone break up with me and then waste my time as much as you have.
Because guess what? Did you have anyone else that was pregnant, 2 months pregnant with your kid? Did you have?
Who cares? You didn't want the baby for 2 months. You just kept saying you didn't want it, and all of a sudden you want it, now that we're done. It's just like you're a clown to me. I just want you gone. I'm pretty sure you're probably going to hit me up in a couple of days. I'm going to kill myself. And I'm not going to care either. I just want you gone.
I didn't want... I never not wanted the baby. I never not wanted the baby. I was unsure.
Sure. Okay, well, listen, all the text messages and conversations we had...
Yeah, because look how we are. Look how you treat me. Look how you treat me. How am I supposed to feel safe in a relationship? How am I supposed to feel safe in the relationship? So I expressed that to you last night. Abba, I expressed that to you tonight.
Why are you trying to convince me? Why are you trying to convince me? I don't understand this call. What is this call? Why are you trying to convince me? Why are you explaining to me?
I just don't understand why you're not doubting it. Then why aren't you like refuting it?
Why are you concerned about why I think what I think? I already told you. I think some way I'm never going to explain it. Why are you wasting your time? Why are you trying to convince me of your worldview? Why?
Because even when we talk about last night, you were telling me that I lied about when I broke up with you. There was no lies in the
Okay, that's what you believe. That's what you think, and that's fine.
Why are you saying?
I don't mind if you think that.
But why are you thinking that I lied? Like, are you?
Why are you concerned about? Why do you care how I view you? I don't want anything to do with you.
The truth matters, and you know that. So I'm not going to be okay with you thinking that I lied about why I broke up with you.
Okay, then you can believe whatever you want. I have no reason to explain my truth to you, and I never will. You will never understand. You'll never hear the answer from me. Never. I don't want to know why you think what you think or how you got there. I don't care. I'll never believe a thing that comes out of your mouth.
So you're not going to believe it. You're just going to create. So last night, everything that I said, you think is a lie.
Listen, I'll never explain it to you. I'll never talk to you about it. That's the end of that conversation. You're not going to hear other people me about that.
Do you know how
When the hell are they going to move on? What type of conversation is this?
It doesn't even you not telling me doesn't harm me at all. Like it doesn't keep anything from me.
It's not about harming you. It's not about harming you. It's not about that. I'm just not gonna tell you that. So why don't we just move on?
No, we can.
Thank the Lord. Okay. Anything else?
Right? Damn.
All I'm doing right now is praying I never hear from you again. That's all I'm praying for.
No, that's okay. And
Yeah. So I'm never gonna hear from you again.
It's horrible.
Yeah, I just I hope.
If you have some other stuff you want to say about, I hope the future and this and that, or I hope you inform mine, so I don't want you to hear that stuff.
No, I just hope that, you're okay with how you treated me on this phone call and
here we go again. Okay, tell me about how hurt you are. Go ahead. So that's what you want to say now.
Yeah, I have been honest this entire relationship. I tried my best. And
you complimenting yourself, you're doing great.
No, and you know that. And you know that that's all I've been.
Yo, this is beyond insufferable. But Libby 100% be deleting messages. She commented in my last stream. She changed the message 3 times with multiple edits, and then she deleted the message. Just filthy work, man. I'm like, okay, we all seen it. I took a screenshot. I still have it, but just weird. That's what she does. Like, she's unsure of herself when she puts herself out there and she just deletes. It's bizarre, but it is what it is.
You've already gotten 7 off in the last 30 seconds. Go ahead.
And
keep complimenting yourself.
It's not about complimenting. I'm telling you why I'm hurt.
No, yeah. Keep complimenting. Keep going. Keep saying how amazing you are.
No, I tried to do everything.
I've got a 51-minute call with you complimenting yourself in the last
no, I'm telling you why I'm hurt.
You've done that for at least 15 minutes.
And you can't even tell me that I wasn't these things.
Oh yeah, I just didn't realize that when you wanted to do this final call, that's why you
Oh my god, can I hit the fast forward?
No, I just want to make sure. I just want to make sure, like even having
I
this.
understand. Listen, all I'm hoping for is I just get rid of you. That's all I hope.
It'll be fine. It'll be fine. I would never stand a person's life if they didn't want me there. And again, I contacted
I don't believe that at all. I mean, you've been harassing me and blaming me this whole time, so I don't believe that.
What do you mean whole time? Today?
Oh my gosh, this girl. I mean, I've been hoping she would just leave me the fuck alone.
Abba, today, this was the only day I bothered you because we broke up last night.
No, the explanation. No, I got strong self-esteem. I would never do that.
No,
I would never.
What she needs is full compliance and agreeance on perspective. Until you fully agree with what happened and the facts and the details the way she sees it, she will not move on. And this nigga, for some reason, is just a prisoner, not speaking about the only thing that he's needed here to speak about because he unblocked her to have a conversation of co-parenting, speaking about what happened in the relationship and why it didn't work, and this pontificating is just a waste of fucking time. Like, who cares? Y'all weren't compatible. How y'all gonna co-parent? Oh, you're not? You're gonna take it to the chop shop? All right, man. Well, we're just gonna highlight the fact that Abba has a whole bunch of hypocritical statements, whole bunch of contradictory statements, a whole bunch of dusting it up, and that's it. We're moving on.
And you can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility?
Get my friends to blackmail you. I would never do any of those things. Abba, you're evil. Good Lord. This whole conversation.
Can I talk or no?
I just wish it would just go away.
I will go away.
Even I have to hear, like, I have to just listen to you the whole time.
I don't think you've been listening to me. You've just been like yelling at me and telling me that, like, the same stuff.
I just want you gone.
I will be gone.
Like, you keep me on this call to like remind me, like, I just hope you know how you treated me, considering how amazing I was. I just hope you know that what you did to me was unforgivable, and I didn't blackmail you, but you did the worst thing in the world. I just hope you know that I'm so good and so kind and so nice. That's all you want to do.
I only did the right thing.
It's not about relationship. The whole relationship is just with you saying how bad I am and saying how great you are.
Because look how you are.
I want to get rid of you.
Every time we've had a fight.
I want to get rid of you.
Every time we've had a fight, you've spoken to me like this. You've said the worst things, and I'm just there chilling, and I would never call you out.
You're such a good person.
You call me out of my name every single time.
Thank the Lord. I was being such a good person. I'm missing out so bad.
And also, I would like if you stop saying I harassed you. Like, I harass you all the time.
No, I'll never stop saying that. When anyone asks me about you, when I talk to my cousin, I said that bitch tried to blackmail me, and she was a garbage person.
You're not going to add in. You're not going to add in that you are going to abandon your baby.
You're not going to tell your friends that you blackmailed me. You're not going to tell your family that you blackmailed me. You're not going to tell nobody the truth. So you know how you are. I've watched you tell people stories in real time and lie to my face. So.
Bro, fuck all the context, man. Y'all are trying to torture me. Y'all really trying to torture me. Fuck all the context. Can we move on? How much is left of this shit? Fuck's sake. Oh, okay, there's like a minute or two. We're gonna soldier this last minute and a half just to say we did it all. Pause. Where was I at? Was I at one? Oh shit, I went to the back at the beginning.
They didn't want me there.
We were like right here.
Because
if I ever had the misfortune of meeting her child, I'll look at them and say, your mother's a garbage person, and that's the reason I will never be in your way.
What?
Oh my god. Oh my god. Listen. I think you're a horrible person. I'll never not think that. You can talk
because I sent a message showing that you're gonna walk out on the family. Because you're gonna walk out on the baby.
And I will always think you're a piece of garbage.
Because
if I ever had the misfortune of meeting her child, I'll look at them and say, your mother's a garbage person, and that's the reason I will never be in your way. She tried to blackmail me. She tried to harass me. She tried to harass my family. And unfortunately, I just had to.
So what? How did I harass your family? You're just like saying stuff now.
So garbage. You literally just DM'd Preach, and you're a retard. You actually might be one of the dumbest fucking persons I've ever met. Now my friends actually know, and so thankfully Preach is a decent person who won't tell the others. But you're so goddamn stupid. You don't even know who else has access to that page, be it my sister and the other people who work for me. But you have to be a dumb fuck, and I tell other people that your pregnancy that you're not sure you're gonna keep or not. I just want to get rid of you. I hate you.
So you're mad?
I hate you so much.
Because
I hate you. So I don't want to hear it. But you know what?
This is pathetic. Now I'm glad that I played this to the end, because this is where we step into complete childish rhetoric. You hear this from children when they're getting disciplined from their parents. I hate you, slams door. The fuck is this, bro? Grown ass man advising people, morality police on the phone with his chick talking about, I hate you.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
It's the Montreal niggas, man. They wanted to put this on Canada. It's not like that in Toronto, man. It's the Montreal niggas, man.
But you have to be a dumb fuck, and I tell other people that your pregnancy that you're not sure you're gonna keep or not. I just want to get rid of you. I hate you.
So you're mad?
I hate you so much.
Because
I hate you. So I don't want to hear it. But you know what? Actually, what am I doing? I'm actually getting more negative feelings about you the more I listen to you, and you keep on me on the line. So you're gonna have it. I told you my wishes.
Hey, this whole phone call.
Shut the fuck up. I don't want to do this. I'm gonna have to hang up. Don't ever call me again.
So, I'm going to explain a little bit, because some of y'all are like, what the fuck is going on, Abba?
Yeah.
And Preach's not here right now. I actually asked if he could. He said he wouldn't be available till 9:30. I got to go salsa dancing around 9:30, so he might get here.
Don't talk about the salsa dancing. Not after the Saint and the Sinner interview. The Saint and the Sinner interview, she said she works out. She goes to the gym. She be lifting weights and shit. And his only form of working out is salsa dancing. And I was like, are you serious? Like, you're being for real? And she's like, yeah, that's his only workout, exercise, and regimen. And I'm like,
Boy.
Are you serious, sir? Are you serious? And then she said some other foul shit, but I'm like, this is all hearsay. This is what she says. We don't know if this is true. She violated some intimate details of his lifestyle and shit, and then they spoke about the milking and all. We're gonna react to that later. It's all sorts of filthiness. She said that some folks see him as bisexual or have that questioning, or he has that reputation. I'm like, what the hell is going on out here? But we'll react to that later. We'll see if there's any validity to these statements, because these are not statements of fact. This is her opinion and hearsay. So we'll see.
Just for the end, that's the reason why he's not there. Now, some of you might read into it. Preach running away. We're streaming tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then. But I figured I would just get here right now to talk about it, because it's worthwhile. Now, some of you who've been following us all year know that around the end of the last year, going into this year, I was pretty stressed out. I was dealing with a lot. Shit, your boy was showing up with some soju, not because I wanted to be an alcoholic. I was just drinking one, but it was still a pretty stressful period. And the reason why it was stressful wasn't because I pulled a Fresh or a Walter. The reason why it was stressful.
It wasn't stressful because you pulled a Fresh or Walter, but that's when all the panic came in, and I want you out of my life, and I won't ever see the kids, stressing, huffing, puffing, all of that. So, sir,
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Is because I was involved in a relationship where the other individual, how would I put this?
I know how to put it.
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
Abba is a minimalist. He doesn't spend much money. But just because he doesn't spend much money doesn't mean he doesn't have a lot of money. 2 million plus subscribers. He has a lot of money, a lot of visibility. He needs a lot of awareness, and he needs to move like his tax bracket demands him moving. The way he's moving is like a regular Joe, like you have nothing to lose, like you didn't build anything.
You know, guys, today you guys are going to see me be a bit vulnerable and be real about aspects of my life that I never want to share with the public, mostly because I don't know, involves people I know in real life, and that's always a weird thing. But unfortunately, you know, she forced my hand, and so I figured I'd come up here, guys, and be real honest. I don't hate her. You know, this is somebody I love very, very much, and I loved. And, you know, we went through something that was very, very difficult. And it's hard for me to hate this person because for me, if I love somebody, it doesn't just go away.
This is not what he's saying by the end of the stream. This is like night and day from what he says when Preach gets here and their energy changes and the hell.
And so even making this for me right now feels weird. You know, oh, but you were just dancing 5 minutes ago. Yes, because the relationship itself fucking took so much out of me. You know, I can sit here in front of you guys today and feel very comfortable because I gave everything to a relationship. Every ounce of me. More patience than I even fucking knew I had.
Bro, it was 5 fucking months.
Weirdo.
This is what I'm talking about. These are the folks that are advising you with this level of condescending tones and the liberal rhetoric and shit. Like, I'm so confused. 5 months, bruh?
And wore myself out doing everything in my body to make things work.
Yeah. Wore yourself out to make things work from a but okay, so he's in Montreal. If y'all don't understand, Montreal is far east. It's east. It's in Quebec, a shitty province in Canada. Well, it's not a shitty province. I always shit on Quebec, but fuck Montreal. Now, she lives in California. This is a long distance relationship. So you're telling me you're stressing over a random long distance relationship at the age of 36 years old. She's 33. Y'all having abortions like y'all are in your early 20s and shit, like y'all ain't ready to make real decisions. Y'all should be settling down and shit, but whatever. This is what you're doing. You're 36, you're stressing over a 5-month relationship when it's a long distance relationship. Tell me that you don't get any interaction with women without telling me you don't get any interaction with women. Tell me that you haven't been in a real relationship without telling me you haven't been in a real relationship. 5 months, bruh? Stressing all you can give? 5 months, bruh?
Get dude off the screen.
Oh, God.
Get dude off the screen, man. Who the fuck is that, bitch?
Shout out to Blue Baggins with the $10 super chat. Blue Baggins says, everyone's sitting around chuckling. An old head told me once the same thing that will make you laugh will make you cry. Yeah, because when it happens to you, it's not as funny anymore. It's like what happened to ABBA. He was laughing, naming Fresh and Daisy's child Abba Chen, interviewing Daisy, calling him all sorts of idiots. You should have known better, blah, blah, blah.
Y'all are so goddamn irresponsible about it. I don't even care if you guys get caught up having to pay child support. Y'all should be a bit more considerate of what you're asking the opposite sex to do in regards to their own body when it comes to abortion.
Listen, my nigga, I went through this shit in my teenage years. In my teenage years, I was 16 years old being unaccountable, dusting it up in a situation like this. So when I hear these niggas go through these problems as a grown-ass man, because I come from the hoods, some dusty shit growing up. It's a little different with me. But I took care of my issues. Through child problems for me, teenage problems, young men problems. When you're grown and you're in front of a mic and you're trying to speak to people, demand a level of reverence from these folks to the point where they're crashing out on behest of your dustiness. You have these idiots in comment section fighting like they know ABBA, like he's their brother and they know him personally and shit. Because the thought of ABBA making such a stupid decision, being so unaccountable, being a complete hypocrite, destroys them. They pedestalized him in their mind. They have a weird parasocial relationship with ABBA the same way Libby did. That's why Libby built him up in her mind, thinking he was some virtuous motherfucker. Then, oh my God, look at the way he's talking to me. It's not the way he talks on YouTube. It's like, ma'am, you bought the sauce.
God damn.
Most folks on YouTube be frauding it down. It is what it is. The rhetoric doesn't meet their life, especially when you keep everything private. You keep everything private and you call out everybody else. Why is all your shit private? You know your shit stinks too. Everybody's shit stinks.
And it just didn't work out. And, you know, breakups are always tough because you leave thinking like, what if, and this and that. But when you give everything, when you know, like you tried and you tried and you tried and it just didn't work out, it's a lot easier for me to walk away and to look back on it and speak about it because, you know, there's nothing really much else for me to do. So now she comes out with this video. Didn't know what was happening, so it was a little blindside. I woke up at 4 p.m. in the afternoon, and you guys are getting this all raw.
Oh, God, we got another one. She is pregnant. She proved it on the Saint and the Sinner stream. She showed the evidence, the screenshots, and her name. She put out her name and her government name and everything to confirm in her information that went with the termination of the pregnancy and the confirmation that she was pregnant, because you can't terminate a pregnancy if you're not pregnant. I don't know. Some people in the chat didn't get that in the last stream, but clearly she proved that she was pregnant.
Live, unfiltered, the same way she got it raw, and that's why we're here, okay? So why don't I just plug in the video a little bit so y'all can see who we're talking about.
Now, we've heard this already. I'm going to stop killing your guys' points and let Abba speak, because we know Abba's not a relationship coach like Fresh and Fit. It would be far worse if he was a relationship coach peddling this bullshit. But if you're going to go at relationship coaches and tear down their rhetoric and tell people why it's so stupid, you're gonna provide an alternative reasoning why their way is not the way, and then you're gonna have your own stance that you make, and then we're gonna look at your own stance and be like, hey, the math ain't mathin', bruh. This doesn't sound like an experienced person that knows what the fuck they're talking about. The reason why folks go after Fresh and Fit and all these relationship gurus, because we can tear apart their points. We know it's horseshit. It doesn't stand up. And some of their points that stand up, they take it the wrong way. They cry about it. They bitch and complain. They want group trophies for men. They want all men to succeed on the basis of men are great on some bullshit. Participation trophy ass niggas. Those are the folks we laugh at. But if you're going to shred their points and act like you know better and you can do better and they're all pathetic and unaccountable, then you should probably not end up in the same situation as those dusty red pill dating coaches that you're criticizing. It looks ridiculous.
This is my ex, Libertine Kalina. All right, she's a Filipina. My first.
She spoke about the reason why she showed the pregnancy results is because he put out her government name. She went as Libby Callian, not Libertine Cali, whatever the hell he said with the accent. That's her real name. So he kind of doxed her there, but hey, she's putting out all his personal information and everything, so I guess people don't care. He also doxed some phone numbers of her people that she was calling from, but it's not really doxing because he didn't have any identifiable name or face or anything. It's just their numbers out there for the public to harass their numbers.
My last. I like you Filipinos. You guys are awesome. You know what I mean? Her family seems really cool, so I'm going to always say positive things about the people, them. But let's take a look.
Bro is Ethiopian. I am not trying to shit on Abba right now, but I'm just going to keep it a stack. You are Ethiopian. Ethiopian women are very race loyal. Ethiopian women are some of the most beautiful women on the planet. Why you ain't got no Ethiopian woman, bruh?
My name is Libby.
God damn, what a dramatic ass intro. But that's who she is, okay? Now, I'm not going to spend an hour going over this whole video because I don't think it's really worthwhile. I think the main concern is Abba, you know what I mean? She got some baby mama drama. Is that what people want to know? The allegation essentially is that Abba's like Fresh. She got a girl pregnant and he just manipulated or bullied her or whatever.
I've seen him do it.
Or he abandoned. And that can be further from the truth. Could be further from the truth. So we'll get into all of those details, okay?
Bro, we seen the facts. This is what y'all went? Oh, you didn't see Abba, his stream. The gaslighting, bro? What did we talk about? Look at the chat, too. They all believe this shit.
Someone said, oh, Abba, you're sweating right now. To be honest with you, I really don't. I don't live my private life in a way that I would be afraid if it came to light. I know someone might think that, but I'm not looking back on all my decisions in this dynamic and going, oh my God, if someone, I don't give a fuck.
The lie detector test determined that was a lie.
Now, we clearly know that's a fabrication because he was crying about the blackmail. The blackmail consists of Libby putting out the message that Abba didn't want to do anything he didn't want anything to do with the child, and he was not going to be there to co-parent. So because she put that out there, she used her friends because she was blocked. She was pregnant and she was blocked. So she used her friends to reach out to Abba and said, if you don't speak to me, we're putting this out.
You know, I just don't want y'all because it's annoying. You know what I mean? Having people in my personal life who talking about, it's like, it's annoying. But.
Oh, God, this guy is just crashing out. Stop crying, bruh. Folks tried to expose me so many times. You know how many YouTube beefs I've been in, nigga? How new are you? They tried, failed, quit, got exposed themselves and ran into a corner. So most of their careers are dead. Like, what are we talking about, bro?
Beyond that, like, I'm not stressing, to be honest with you. So, for all the people being like, oh my God, like, not really bothered. So, me and her dated for some time, and we'd talked at length about what we would do if she got pregnant. And both of us landed on we would keep the child. And the reason why we would want to keep a child is because for her, she presented herself as a Christian, someone of faith. For me,
just like Daisy, by the way.
I'm pro-choice. You guys know that. But at the same time, I tell myself, like, you know, if it's my child and it feels right and we're in a union, then I'm more than willing, even if it's unexpected, to assume my...
Bro said if it feels right. Bro, if you create the motherfucking child, it's no longer your choice. I'm pro-choice, but your choice is not nutting in women. Unaccountable like the rest of these dusties.
I'm pro-choice. You guys know that. But at the same time, I tell myself, like, you know, if it's my child and it feels right and we're in a union, then I'm more than willing. Even
if we're in a union, too. You see how he puts that, too? This is why it came out this way. Blah, blah, blah. Responsibility, integrity, and accountability. But I'll abandon my child if I don't get what I want. Meaning if the woman doesn't want to stay with me on some red pill shit, I gotta make sure that I guarantee that she doesn't leave me because I'm such an emotional dweeb that's gonna crash out and talk about, I hate you and X, Y, and Z. Come on, man. What are we doing out here? How do the fans stand up to this bullshit? Oh, LT, you're losing, what they say? Come on, man. Oh, shit. Did I close the box?
Unexpected to assume my responsibilities and do what I gotta do. The three things that she presented to me that surprised me in all this was that one, she said she...
All right, this is the last time I respond to a troll, all right? I live up to the standards that I purport to live up to. I'm actually who the fuck I say I am. Alright? I don't put out unrealistic standards. I don't pretend to be Mr. Super Nigga out here. It is what it is, bruh.
Would never quit. She's not a quitter. You know what I mean? So that to me was reassuring because I want to work through problems, want to work through issues, fights, everything. And, you know, I value that in a partner. Second thing she told me was that, yeah, you know, she wouldn't get an abortion. For her, keeping children really important. So I'm like, cool, you know, it's not my faith or anything like that, but I get that and I respect that. And the third thing is that she's not a cheater and she doesn't believe in courting the attention of other men, okay? And this third one turns out is the reason why we're here today, okay?
That's not the reason why we're here today. I should have listened to this because this is so accountable. Oh, LT, you're wrong. Wait till you listen to Abba with the facts. All right.
She presented herself as somebody who, you know, if I'm seeing somebody or whatever, I wouldn't even let another man come up to me and talk to me.
He got his ass cooked. He got cooked.
Adrian, you didn't go down like that, huh?
He got cooked.
To me. She, you know, I think it's disrespectful. She presented herself like as one with such strong boundaries and not, you know, entertaining other men. It almost was a lot. You know, for me, like if I'm seeing somebody.
And you can't tell a good one from a bad one? Doesn't this just make you look like you have zero credibility?
If they're exclusive with me, that's all I don't need you to know you said goodbye to someone because they said hi to you at the gym or you ran away. But she felt the need to explain to me it's a big deal to her. So I said, fantastic. Now, let's get to First thing. We had these conversations about keeping children or not, and I should give you guys a little bit of background. Now you're gonna get medical information, okay? Up until about 2.5 years ago, so 2.5 years ago, I went to the doctor, and essentially, I won't get to the long gist of the conversation because it's none of your fucking business, but the doctor kind of told me like, hey, listen, your sperm count's mad low. I don't think you have kids. So in my head, I'm like, shit, I didn't get a...
So he leads with this bullshit. After getting a woman pregnant in the audio that y'all hear and him crashing out talking about he'll never be in the child's life because she broke up with him, kicking and screaming. This is what he came to, the fresh move. Low sperm count, impotence, fresh.
Vasectomy, that's like kind of good news, but I wanted kids, maybe, I didn't know, but part of me was like, maybe I won't. So I meet this girl. We hit it off, relationship's going great. You know what's crazy? You guys have never, ever seen any person I've been in a relationship or dated. And yeah. So this is my ex, okay? Libertine Kalina, all right? And this is the profile that I saw about her, okay? So here she is, you know what I mean? Nothing crazy, you know what I mean? She likes archery, she's a family person, you know what I mean? Nothing too crazy, So this is what I know about her, okay?
That's one of her 3 Instagram profiles.
She cute. I might have some beef with her now, but I'm never gonna say she was ugly. She wasn't a Chinese escort, for everyone to ask.
She may as well be because you're accusing her of cheating with her IG account, responding to every man. You were calling her a whore in the messages, so same results.
So anyways, I thought I was shooting blanks, and we was getting it on, and it turns out I wasn't shooting blanks. Big surprise to the both of us. You guys, I don't know why, man. Everyone was messaging me like, Abba, you stressed? I'm like, I'm really not. Okay. So she gets pregnant, and we had a conversation about it. And initially, she's like, okay, we'll do this. And this is the only time that she ever told me she wanted to have a kid. And when she told me that, I said, okay.
Who the fuck cares, bro? It's the only time she told you were...
I wasn't expecting this, but if this is where it's turning, then I'm going to assume my responsibilities. But yeah, let's do this.
You were going to assume your responsibilities.
It's a total fabrication.
Like, what are we doing out here, bro? You're clearly lying to us. We've seen the evidence.
So this happens, might have been November, October, I don't know. But at this point, my life changes a little bit at that point because I'm in my head now focused on dealing with what's in front of me. I have a huge responsibility, so I'm shifting all the things in my life to assume that responsibility. I'm shifting my investments, I'm shifting my work stuff, and I have a hard time explaining this to you guys. I've never fathered a child before, but being a dad was something that I told myself if I was going to do, I would do it the right way. And so for me, it was really important that...
Get him out of here! He's got no place in here! Get rid of him! Okay?
Say that shit again. Poofy ass nigga.
I'm explaining this to you guys. I've never fathered a child before, but being a dad was something that I told myself if I was going to do, I would do it the right way. And so for me, it was really important that my life was in order. And even though I'm successful on YouTube or whatever it could be, and I'm doing fine financially, I'm doing great, I think there's a lot of things in my personal life that I could have in better order. You know what I mean? I could be in some better shape. Take my health a little bit better so I'm here for a long time. Mindset things, like I was really getting ready for the prospect of this. A week goes by, and all of a sudden, I start getting messages from her on a regular basis of her feeling unsure. And the whole time, I'm being incredibly supportive. Don't worry, guys, I'm gonna show evidence of this. But for me, it's very tough because from that point on, and for the next 2.5 months, she flip-flopped between I'm not sure and I'm not gonna have the child. Now, I could only be supportive. Because as you know, this is a man's world. But when it comes to kids, babies got control, women got control. So even if I didn't want to have the kid, if she tell me no, then that's what it is. I told her how I felt. I told her why I wanted to go forward with it. She felt differently.
Oh, it is what it is, huh? We seen you crashing out, bro. We seen you crashing out. This aged pathetically. Are you kidding me? This was the accountability I was supposed to look forward to? I've already seen this, but damn, man, y'all are pathetic.
And she would waver. And all I could do is be respectful and be supportive. Because at the end of the day, think about my options from my perspective.
Support? Oh, Jesus.
She's carrying my kid. If I stress her out, it may result in a miscarriage. If I make her feel alienated, it might push her toward abortion. All I can do right now for the health of the child and for her health as well is to be supportive. That's all I can really do. So that's what I did. And I tried. You know what I mean?
Bro, you were friends with this guy.
Destiny, you said nigga like 1 month ago. I would never even utter that disgusting fucking word. I would never, ever, in any circumstance, would I ever fucking say that. So that is not true.
And he said it in that same drop. Last time I played the Destiny drops of all the vile things Destiny has said, I got my video demonetized, so I'm probably not going to do that again. But I called out Destiny so long ago, told people who the fuck he was because I could see right through that fraud. He got exposed. ABBA stopped fucking with him, dropped him for PR purposes. ABBA's caught in similar circumstances, dusting it up with chicks. I'm like, you're friends with Destiny. This is not a surprise to me. He calls out everybody else for their Uncle Ruckus and their cooning, but you were friends with that dude, and you didn't defriend him because of that. Sometimes when I see this nigga, I'm like,
Get dude off the screen.
Oh, God.
Get dude off the screen, man. Who the fuck is that, nigga? How much you gonna give me, master?
I tried, and one time she said dead set on having an abortion, even though I was against it, and I flew down to be with her, not to convince her not to have the abortion, but to be there for her through it. Because it doesn't make sense to me to have a partner and they're going to go through some...
I hate when niggas say partner. I'm not one of those folks. This is where... Wait, the Red Pill sometimes even does it. I would say I was more aligned with their ideology with that. I don't get into the LGBTQ plus... MM, whatever the fuck they call each other. They just be adding all sorts of different fucking letters in there now. That's their rhetoric. That's their way of speech. It's your wife, your woman, your girlfriend, your spouse, your fiance. Partner, gender neutral terms. It's for the gays.
Things traumatic as an abortion, and I'm not there. Okay? We were committed. So I flew down. And let me see if I can find this in the notes here.
Why do you need notes, bro? What the hell are we doing? What is this PR put together response? Should have done a pre-edited upload, bro.
Sorry, boys and girls.
Let me get the elevator music, nigga. I didn't expect to have a wait screen here.
All right, so some of you be like, why do you have this, ABBA? I'll tell you guys why I have this later, okay? But you guys are going to hear it.
I would not accept that. And I know how you feel about it. I understand.
So right now what you guys are going to hear, this is a conversation that me and her had months later after most of this happened, okay?
Yeah, continue going on.
And you're
So he was also recording conversations himself. So they're both maliciously in this relationship of love after 5 months. Got her pregnant, recording conversations behind her back. She's recording conversations behind his back. Complete toxicity.
I know you know that, like, you're saying, like, you knew what I was going, like, I explained, like, the debilitating decision making, like, I was doing every day. I was going back and forth every day. I was just trying to figure out what to do, and I regret the way I handled it, and I feel like the first
Somebody in his chat said this is some Destiny shit. Ironic.
the first few weeks, I was like thinking about you first. I feel like I was like in a triangle of like, okay, if I don't have the baby, then things can continue going on with Abba. But if I have the baby, then it's just like all this pressure with someone, you know, I
understand that's what you thought in your head, but like, I think the frustrating part for me is I literally flew down to be there for you for the abortion. I don't know how things were going to go afterwards, but like, I would have supported you regardless. But
it didn't seem like that. It didn't. You kept saying like you're never going to be the same.
But that's just true, right? Like, you are not going to be the same either, and that's okay. Like, I wasn't going to lie to you and tell you I was going to come out the other side one way, but I told you I'd be supportive and I'd be there for you regardless. I didn't go.
Do you see how different they communicate with each other when they know it's being recorded? When he didn't know it was being recorded and she was recording him, do y'all hear the way he spoke to her? But then when he records the audio, do you see the way he's speaking? This is some PR bullshit, y'all. Y'all are trying to you're trying to look good in front of the public, bro. Like, this is so pathetic. Like,
I went down there to convince you not to do it. I went down there believing you were really going to do it. That's why I went down there. And like, you wanted to talk about it. I didn't even want to talk about it when I came down. You were trying to comfort me, and I said, it's okay.
But you were having a hard time, and I'm not going to argue with you. You don't think that I look at you and I don't care about how you feel. Like, you don't think at the time I'm like seeing you and I do love you, and I'm like looking at you and I'm like, this guy's devastated. And then a part of me is like, I also don't want to, but I'm like, again, I was like in this triangle where like, okay, if I don't have the baby, things can still move forward, because it's like we can still figure out if we're compatible. We can still figure all that out. And yeah, I don't think if the pregnancy happened, I don't think any of this would have happened. But sorry, go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I don't know. I think I always told you the outcome I would have preferred. But I told you I would support you regardless, and I'd be there for you. And I think I try to show up both emotionally and physically by being there in person. I think I went out of my way to try to make that clear to you. And I also didn't lie to you. I didn't tell you I'm going to be fine, everything's going to be great. I told you, like, it's going to be tough on us. It's going to be tough on you. It's going to be tough on me. I don't know how I'm going to change afterwards. I can only tell you that I'm dreading it. And I think that's a reasonable and, like, mature response to the whole situation. You know, I don't need anyone to coddle me or anything like that. Like, I know these things are going to be difficult. And who knows, maybe it does break us. Who knows? But I would never force you into parenthood before you're ready. And I always told you that.
You were fucking her raw and you nutted in her, sir. That statement, null and void.
So what I'm saying there is because she didn't want to have the kid, and I was saying I did, right? I told her, though, like, I'm not going to sit here and convince you to be a parent. I think that's weird. Like, I can't force someone to be a parent. So if I'm having a kid with somebody and I'm the one who wants it and they don't want it, I'm not going to force them into parenthood. So
nigga, you can't. You can impregnate her, but you can't force her into parenthood. It's not an option. I'm not going to. Nigga, you can't.
I told her what I felt, and then I stopped. I stopped trying to convince her to keep the kid. She didn't want to keep it. So, you know, I just accepted it and tried to be supportive, but I was in this really weird position. So I'll keep going. Always. And I understand you may have not felt that way, but I think you don't know from my perspective, like, I really tried to convey to you what I wanted while letting you know that I would have your back to the best of my abilities, whatever you choose. And I understand you might have felt differently. I'm just saying what I said and what I tried to do in terms of actions, okay? Right, because you didn't want me there for the abortion, remember? I had to convince you.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I wanted to be there for it, and I told you it's my responsibility. It was not to convince you. When I got there at the hotel, I was not trying to talk to you about it.
Bro was trying to close the deal with evidence. He's trying to make sure the job got done.
And I know you were trying to say sweet things to me to tell me, like, we'll have more kids in the future, all this stuff. I was like, you don't have to say this stuff. It doesn't make me feel good, and it's okay. Like, I'm going to be there. We just got a big day tomorrow. Let's just get through it. And, like, that's me telling you I don't like what's happening, but I'm here because I care about you. You understand? So I think what's tough for me is, like, so she didn't want me there for the abortion. I flew down anyways. And the night before the abortion, she was talking to me. She was like, we can have more kids in the future. And I'm like, right before you're going to go end this, that's what you want to come for me with? So I'm like, just stop. It's okay. I'm not here to be a sour pout. I'm not pouting. It's okay. Let's just go through with this. I wake up in the morning and she canceled the abortion. So this is like the 9th time already that she's changed her mind between having it or not having it. And I can't stress this to you guys enough, how fucking debilitating and mentally breaking it is to have to deal with somebody changing their mind.
We don't care.
Let me tell you, we don't care.
Let me tell y'all, chat. I've dealt with this a lifetime ago. I dealt with the same shit when I was 16 years old. Now, try talking another 16, 17-year-old girl at the time, because I was a 16-year-old boy, into that decision when you're being unaccountable, dusting it up at that age. And then you're going to the clinic, she's not going, she's changing her mind. The clinic people are, oh, is he pressuring you? Nope. You walk out of there, you go back and forth several fucking times. You do this as a youngin' when you fuck up and make decisions like this. You're 36. 36. That's why when I hear this shit, I'm like, bro, you guys are so inexperienced, blind leading the blind, getting up on these platforms with no real life experience, talking about things, telling, oh yeah, the hormones and the X, Y, and Z, but then when you're in it, it's all out the window. Fuck that, Libby, shut up, blah, blah, blah. So when I hear all this shit, I'm just like, I'm not going for it. I don't feel sorry for y'all. You're 36.
Now, I'm sympathetic because I can imagine it's a stressful situation. You're deciding your future, you're hormonal. You know, I'm being as patient as I can be throughout the whole process. I'm not saying nothing.
You're not being as patient as you can be. You should have just been patient indefinitely. That's what being patient as you can be. You already fucked up. You already nutted in her. You had the dumbass fresh excuse of having the low sperm count, bareback and raw dog and finishing in there. If you didn't get the vasectomy, come on, man, taking these risks and then looking at us being unaccountable. I was as patient as I could. Bro, stop it.
Because I don't know what it's like to carry a kid. But to be honest with you, it was tough on me, okay? The same way it was tough on her. I'm not here to villainize her or whatever. All my friends, listen, my friends have nothing nice to say about her, okay? They say she didn't have women were pregnant, it's lying, whatever. I don't say any of that. Because I know, despite what the fuck she's doing now and all this goofy ass shit, she's not a bad person. At least that's not the experience I had with her. Now, maybe I'm stupid, whatever it is, love struck, whatever you want to say, but I'm just not going to sit here and pretend like she's the demon or whatever. I just think it was a very stressful situation for two people who weren't ready at the time, and I think we just didn't handle it the best. And you guys are seeing it unfold publicly.
What happened to the story?
Forced himself on a little girl. Oral copulation. And all types of other shit. And went ghost on social media, hid out for a couple years and popped back out, fighting that up next. They didn't know, nobody knew. I'm just saying that to say this, keep your kids, man, safe. These guys are fucking sick. These guys out here pretending to be some type of dressing up like Spider-Man and Miles Morales and Goku and shit. That's so you can get the attention of children. But yeah, he blocked me. Y'all say do something if you see something. I said something. So whatever happens next is on y'all. Say something so he can't fuck with nobody else.
Yeah, shout out to Brother Jumby. Shout out to Brother Jumby. War Chief Jumby. You got some MMA predator on the loose, some guy trying to be in disguise and fit in their community. He's putting that PSA out there. I'm going to cover that shortly because that's some filthy work. I just got the notification, so I felt like that was urgent, chat. Sorry about that. Let's get back to this.
And I think it's stupid that it's happening this way. But this narrative that I didn't want to have the kid or some baby drama, it's not real. For most of our relationship, it was me trying to Tell her not to do it.
Bro, we know the truth. It's the narrative. It's not real. That's why you put this on members. You wanted the child as long as you guys would have been a wholesome family. When things weren't going specifically your way, particularly your way with your family structure, and she kind of wavering because she felt like y'all weren't compatible, you didn't want the child anymore. So you were unaccountable.
Okay? So, that's what it is. And the reason why I just didn't want to do this vid or talk about this is because, like, it's personal. And it's pretty traumatic, to be honest with you. I'm still grieving that whole experience, and I haven't been good afterwards.
Bro started the video dancing. The baby is gone.
Tough thing to deal with, thinking you're going to live life one way, and it's, like, very difficult. And I'm probably going to mourn that for a long time, okay? And I don't want to talk about that with you guys, but here we are. And
nah, see, you don't have to discuss your personal life with the public, but when it's out there and it's highlighting hypocrisy, at this point you have no choice because you're a public figure. People want all the benefits of being a public figure, but when you reach a level of fame, your personal life is not always your personal life, sir. It's the trade-off with fame.
I'm okay with people making rumors about me. I've heard all kinds of rumors, all the craziest things you can imagine. But seeing my ex do something like this is like, to me, it's a bit loserish, to be honest with you. And it is disappointing, but I think I understand. No, I don't get why, but it doesn't matter. Let's keep going with this.
You see this? He doesn't get why. This is why I did this presentation the way I did it, with referring to the first Daisy saga and how he lamented certain points as it relates to Fresh. Justified it. Gave it credence. Said, yeah, of course I could see how somebody can do X, Y, and Z when they're isolated, cornered, treated like X, Y, and Z. But when it was him, he has no idea how it happened to him. Some woman that he met from Instagram that lives in California. Damn, man, it's bad. How goofy does all those other YouTubers look defending him? They feel empowered. They don't feel goofy when all Abba and Preach's fans are in the chat trying to sway the message, leaving such positive comments saying everybody that thinks differently is a dumbass and we reacted too quick and blah, blah, blah. Just a whole bunch of gaslighting. Their fan base went out incredibly sad. I'm not looking for that fan base to share fan base and be in my chat when they can't keep it a stack at all. Bunch of frauds.
Okay? So what happens during this period? So there's about a 2.5 month period after she told me where she's flip-flopping all the time, scheduling abortions, canceling, and like, I'm going through hell, okay? And if you guys go back and watch some of them lives during that period, you can see it. I even talk about it, and I'm down in these bottles like nothing, all right? Because that whole 3 month
Understand, this whole 3 month period in which he's going through hell is based on his lack of responsibility while having sex. He's out there raw dogging, barebacking, and nutting in this woman, and he's talking about these are the roughest 3 months and it's stressful and blah, blah, blah. We don't care, sir. That's on you.
Period, 4 month period, whatever the fuck it was, I don't remember. Time was not real to me. I would wake up and it felt like I was fucking floating and I was, at the mercy of some bullshit. But I just try to be quiet, be as supportive, and just try to do what I can because I just wanted her health to be okay. Because she was not handling the pregnancy well. She was having mood swings and wilding. The way she was talking to me during that period was crazy. And at first I wasn't understanding of that, but I did my own research on what hormones and pregnancies do to a woman, and your boy learned some things. So,
you knew 2 years ago. We have you on camera talking about it.
My own red lines weren't very difficult, okay? The two things I asked her is like, I don't want any kind of baby mama business. What does that mean? I ain't just trying to get pregnant and see how things go, okay? So,
yo, men need to stop this. Men everywhere, all these men on these podcasts, the red pill, everybody needs to stop this. You told her you didn't want X, Y, and Z, so cultivate a level of relationship like that. Cultivate a marriage. A fucking, what do you call them shits? A common law marriage where you guys are at least living in the same household. Make the give some more depth and commitment to the relationship before you start raw dogging and nutting inside and then talking about what y'all doing with children. Like, that's crazy. Establish a real relationship. I'm surprised that Anton Daniels, Mr. Relationship, Marriage, No Kids Out of Wedlock, is not covering this story, telling people how to maneuver properly and not have kids out of wedlock. You would have thought that fraud would be all over this story.
When it comes to having children, ideally we do with intentionality. Now, some of you might say, well, probably shouldn't fuck her raw. I'm gonna hold the L. Like I said, Doc told me everything's cool, but it's still my fault, so Abba can hold some L's. You know what? Let me go through all the L's that I wrote down, because I did write these down.
Now, this is what Abba and Preach fans call accountability. Calling out the obvious, stating the obvious. I guess Duke couldn't do he couldn't do the basic accountability, stating the obvious and agreeing with it. But yeah, but this is like, what are we doing here? This is evident, bro. This is not accountable. Accountability would not be finding yourself in this mess and crashing out the way you were. If you found yourself in this mess, you should have went quietly with it, waited patiently, indefinitely, not have this crash out moment, not speak about not wanting the kid based on the fact that she doesn't want to stay with you. That would have been accountability. All this other bullshit, miss me with that, nigga. Based on your rhetoric. Based on your rhetoric. I'm not saying everybody that impregnates a woman has to have the same, well, actually they do, man. If you nut in her, it's not just specifically based on her. If you nut in a woman as a man, you know that you already gave up all your leverage and power and demand to not have a child. You gave her the child.
Before I even knew any of this happened, okay? Abba's many L's. Shit. Okay, here we go. I wrote a bunch down because I take some L's, and you know what I mean? Your boy's not against admitting to his faults. Abba chose her. That's a big time L, all right? That's on me. Whatever she's doing right now, at the end of the day, I chose her, so that's on me.
End of discussion. What are we talking about? At this point, what are we talking about? You chose her. So why do we get into all these details about the manipulation, the scummy person she was, the blackmail, all these things they speak about? Preach comes here, calls her a bitch, all these things that happen. Why do we speak about this if you're being accountable? If you accept that you did it, you took the L, you chose her, what is all this other shit? It's like, yeah, this was my fault, but this factor, this other guy that's taking partial blame, that. It's like, what are we doing here? That's not accountability.
Abba ignored some red flags. That's a big time L, okay? And I will tell you guys why. Before she got pregnant, I think. I tried to break up with her one time, and she roped me back in, but at the end of the day, I allowed myself to get roped back in. So before any of this crazy shit happened, Abba's gonna hold the L because he ignored some big ass red flags that he saw, but he decided to ignore because he said, we're gonna work through it. And I think this is one of those times.
So tell your fans to shut the fuck up, stay the fuck out of my comment section, and hold these L's, nigga. Please.
So I'm like, working through it is not bad, just don't do it for the wrong person. And Abba needs an L for that. Abba didn't leave when he felt it was time. That's another L, 3 times total, okay? Another L, Abba got her pregnant. I'm also message that one to my doc. My doc lied to me, okay? And the 6th one, and this is the one that I think I'm probably most accountable for, Abba engaged in fights that she started when he should have walked away. Now I'm talking in third person because I wrote that in my notes, but that's what I did, okay? There were some arguments that we had that she would, I'm gonna be honest with y'all, look through the thread. I could post these if she fucking want to go there. But she would initiate these things, and she'd have a habit of like pushing this button. And I was like, yo, you tripping. And then she would push it, and then I would retaliate, and then she would go, I would never. How could you say that? And I can't tell y'all how much that.
Yo, this guy's a fucking idiot. Bro, you really need to get off that short bus and develop some sort of like realistic logic, because this is just, I'm so just like, did she have the child, sir? Did she abort it? Does she have other safeguards? Is she not a woman? Men and women are not the same. They don't have the same rules as it relates to procreating. Men, you nut in the woman and then you're done. That's the rest of your procedure, nigga. Or that's the rest of your experience. Whatever the fuck I'm trying to say. I've been alive for too damn long. These dumbass points. Where's the accountability for her? Who is she? What talking points does she represent prior? She aborted the child. She wasn't talking about, oh, I don't want it, kicking and screaming, cussing out the person that she is with. That's not... It's just mad. It's so pathetic from the ABBA and Preach fans. Y'all really need to do better. Y'all are representing these guys' fan base so bad.
That shit is triggering. But to be involved with somebody you can't walk away from and they push your fucking buttons and then you say something and they act like they never did nothing. I remember I even sent her a message one time and I started like cataloging at some point what the tactics felt like every time we would have a disagreement. And I'm gonna show it to you guys because this is like from our own threads. I actually sent it to her to be like, I know this is gonna happen. And you know what's crazy? After I would send it to her, I'm like, all right, here's a fight's about to start. I would send her this message being like, this is what I think is gonna happen. One of these four, let's see which one happens. I swear she would start hitting 1, 2, 3 like it was bingo. Okay, so this is what it was. So here it was. It would go, complain about how you feel without understanding how the other feels. Okay, downplay your part in all of it. Number 3, frame yourself as the wronged party in every discussion. And number 4, pretend to be accountable, but end everything with, yeah, I was wrong, but you were more wrong. Now,
number 4 is what we see for the rest of this video. Number 4 is what we see for the rest of this fucking video. I remember watching this the first time and I'm like, bro, what the hell is this? I'm like, you outlined all these behaviors and then you displayed them for the next hour and 20 minutes with Preach in the video.
Number 3, frame yourself as the wronged party in every discussion. And number 4, pretend to be accountable, but end everything with, yeah, I was wrong, but you were more wrong. Now, I'm not going to sit here and say she was more wrong or I was less wrong, okay? That is always going to be subjective or whatever. But at the end of the day, if two people have an argument and both do something wrong, saying you were more wrong for this and you were more, it seems pointless. Like trying to tally up these things, it just feels like everything you say afterwards is bullshit because you're always positioning yourself as the person who's aggrieved and the other one's the aggressor and they need to like really be, apologizing. Every argument we would have would be one of these 4. And it just got so exhausting. And at one point, I just stopped. I literally would not talk.
Bro, you were with her for 5 months. She lives in California. You live in Montreal. It was a long-distance relationship. Why were you such a cuck? You were acting like you were in prison to this. It makes no goddamn sense.
Hi there.
Hey. We'll come back to that. I'm about to wrap this up. We're going to have to do a part 2. I just want to get to one moment where she flirts with Saint and the Sinner. She outs a lot of stuff in this interview, as well as ABBA having an alleged other girlfriend that he got pregnant before. She apparently had the abortion as well, but there's some overlap with their relationships. So she was saying ABBA was cheating. She put the allegation right back on ABBA. Do I believe any of this shit? Fuck no. I need some evidence first. So right now it's complete hearsay until she provides the woman and provides some details. But that's what she says in this stream. In this stream, she gets caught flirting with the Saint and the Sinner in 4K, talking about he is her normal type and ABBA isn't her normal type, and her friends didn't really approve of him aesthetically, pretty much giving him the Travis Hunter treatment, treating him like a complete cuck. It's just bad, but let's get into this.
To talk about it. ABBA did a full stream of 2 hours talking about the relationship, and I have not been able to defend myself with everything that he had said. So I understand everyone's view on me now. I have everything to refute what he says. Obviously, it's a toxic relationship in general, so both of us look bad, despite my excuses. But I have not had a chance to defend myself, so on the onslaught, everything happening right now, I understand. So I just did want to preface that. I understand people's point of view of me, and I'm okay with that right now. But back to your question, you said, how did ABBA and I meet, correct?
Yes.
We met through Instagram. So I watched a lot of his content before, and I just watched for entertainment and the stuff that they talk about. But over time, I was really interested in a lot of the stuff Abba had to say. I was really impressed with, like, he talks about morals and virtue, and he seemed to be a...
The fuck happened to my audio? Hold up, chat. Yeah, we're gonna have to do a part 2. We're gonna react to the interview. We're gonna get the best parts from the interview from Libby and the Saint and the Sinner. We're gonna react to that, and we're gonna react to the rest of the ABBA breakdown where he breaks it down, and they wanted me to react to this so badly and watch everything that he had to say. So I'm gonna react to that, but we're gonna come back for a part 2. This has been a very long live stream. We're dragging this one out at this point. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. I will get to the part where she flirted with the Saint and the Sinner. Those will be many clips. We have a lot of work to do here, chat. This saga won't be that long. It will be brief. There's not much to work with here. We will cover everything in relation to this, but once she starts getting into milking mode, when she starts getting into that Daisy mode where it's unrelated to it and it's other stuff just for her to be a social media star, that's when the coverage will stop, clearly, because that's where it stopped last time. So shout out to everybody in the chat. Make sure you hit that like button if you haven't already. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, even if you are a pathetic hater who's butthurt about all the content. You should come here and actually witness what's going on. And even if your favorite content creator is being held accountable and you're salty, you should still listen to the points. If there's any validity with it, you shouldn't be angry and salty. You should just look into what the hell you're consuming as a content creator or as a fan of these content creators, because they be acting like they be spitting the gospel and folks be following like a bunch of sheep, listening to these talking points, internalizing them, using them in debates at your workplace, following them through, and then falling short because it was a talking point given to you by some dusty ass fraud grifting YouTube for a paycheck. So beware of that. There's a whole bunch of grifters out here. There's a whole bunch of dusty ass alliances based on grifting together. So it is what it is. We out. Yeah. Oh no, we're not coming in at the end talking about she showed proof of the baby. She absolutely showed proof of the pregnancy. She did it in this very same stream with Satan the Sinner. We are going to react to it in part 2. She showed the proof. Y'all be trying it. We out.